come in week out to prophesy the downfall of America, aka Babylon the Great. All right, but first and foremost, we all want to say, call on him live.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Hakodash.
Double honor being to the elder apostles, a great millstone that do rule and teach well. And shalom to Anki Mother that's pushing his truth through the spirit, through the power, and through the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Har Kakodash.
Yeah. Okay, to the builders.
Right, to the builders. You know, actually, are you in Ezra right now?
No, I can get it up.
Okay. What do we got? Yeah. You know, but right now, the Most High has, you know, blessed us once again, and another day in hell to push His word.
Captivity.
You know, captivity. Us being the light amongst darkness. You see, right now, you got brothers across the four winds of the earth, starting off with the apostles and elders, and then down to bishops. You know, pushing His word. You know, building. You see, because we are the third temple.
Right.
You see, so the Lord has woken us up to the spiritual awakening to bring, you know, to be fishers of men.
Yeah.
You know, to bring forth more laborers.
Yeah.
Because ultimately we all get that same penny.
Yeah.
Okay, so whatever you got, bro.
This is Jeremiah 28 and verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee. Now this is Jeremiah speaking to a false prophet.
Yeah,
you know?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It says before, you got it.
And Babylon.
Yeah, in Babylon.
The captivity.
Yep. And it says, before thee of old prophesies both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And guess what? You know that term, history repeats itself. Guess what? We do. That's happening right now. It's just like, you know, our forefathers. You know, Daniel. You know, who else? Daniel, Nehemiah, Ezra, Zechariah. You know, they prophesied about. You know, for example, like in context, what's that? Jeremiah, he prophesied about the downfall of Babylon, but it wasn't this Babylon, you see? So just like right now, you know, we're in Babylon all over again, and we're prophesying about this Babylon, you see? So the prophets before us, they prophesied about the same thing, which ultimately, you know, that's the prophets today that was back in that time, reincarnated, you know, back into this captivity, you see?
Is that like into like an eon, like an end of an age, like a world?
Yeah.
The kingdom.
Yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And that's why this kingdom is about to go down. It's going down. You see it, you know?
Yep. And it says, verse 9, the prophet which prophesies of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord has truly sent him.
Yep.
And Jeremiah is saying this because, what is his name? Hananiah? Yeah, Hananiah. He was saying that the Lord was going to bring back all the vessels that Nebuchadnezzar took. He was saying that in 2 years. But that's why the Lord raised up Jeremiah to say, no, in 70 years. So that was the 70-year captivity in Babylon that we know about. And that's why you have the book of Nehemiah or the writings of Ezra, because that was us returning. That's why it's so beautiful when you actually go into that history, because we're doing that right now. We're, like Ezra said, a small remnant returned to Jerusalem. So every time you go to camp, every time you do a lesson, every time you're serving the Lord, you're rebuilding Jerusalem. You know, it's not just the law, but in the time of Ezra, they were gung-ho on the law because that was the Levitical priesthood. But now a new priesthood has been opened unto us. So we're under the priesthood of Melchizedek. So we're under grace. So we're doing it to the best of our ability. You know?
What's the saying? Every little bit counts. What's the saying? Every little bit counts.
Yeah.
So the more righteousness you put, vibration. You put out in the earth. Then it spreads. Each one teaches one.
Yep. That's what we're doing. Like you brothers. You know, you brothers who go out on Sunday to the best of your ability. You know, you got a lot of prophets that ain't written down. That's why hey, when you read these scriptures, it really should humble you. You know, because like even Ezra said how when he basically said the Lord should have did worse to us for what we've done. And to say that, you got to be a man of the Lord. You know?
I think Hebrews 11 elaborates on that. He said, if I would speak on all the prophets and what they've done, basically it'd take forever.
Yeah.
It'd be endless.
Or if they recorded all Yahushai's work, it would fill the world. So he was busy. You know what I mean? We're not over righteous, but you realize you'll settle into a position where your life is serving the Lord. You know, like the job I got now, I don't have as much free time as I used to. So then you learn, like, I'm still serving the Lord even though I'm not doing a lesson. You know what I mean? We want to do the work.
Yeah.
So we find ways when we can. But that's why camp's so important. You know?
Yep. This is real quick, the book of Ezra, chapter 9. I'll start at verse 7 and go to verse 8 about the remnant.
Okay.
It says, since the days of our fathers have we been in a great trespass unto this day.
Right. We've always been in a great trespass, the nation of Israel. And that's why Christianity is false and farce, because all it is just this perfect love and hugs doctrine. But when you really go into the history of us, the nation of Israel, it's more than love. It's love, hate, passion, anger, cry. I mean, it's all rolled into one. It's really a good movie. When you really think about our history, it's really a great movie compared to the history that Christianity gives you, you know? And then you have the whole roll to eat from. There's a lot to take in and learn from. There's so many things that we learn from these ancient men in these times that doctrine doesn't go into, because they can't. Because if they did, you'd have to reverence the Israelites.
Right.
You know?
What's the saying? It's well-rounded.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Everything. It's circumference, everything.
Yep.
It covers all.
It's multifaceted.
It's multifaceted.
Yep.
Read it again for them.
Yep. Ezra chapter 9 and verse 7.
Yep.
Yep. And it says, since the days of our fathers have we been in a great trespass unto this day.
Since the day of our fathers. So you go back what? You had the kings. You had the kings of Israel. Then they went off. That's why the Lord raised up prophets. Because he's telling you, he's warning you, hey, like now we're coming out, we're warning, we're saying, hey, that's what Jeremiah was saying with Babylon. Letting you know, hey, the destroyer's coming, the destruction's coming. So we're out here saying, hey, the destruction's coming. But this time, the prophecy is letting you know this is the last reign of the heathen.
That's right.
This is the last reign of the heathen. Because when you think about Daniel was in the Babylonian captivity, and then it transitioned to the Persian captivity. So he was within two realms. Yeah. He was amongst Nebuchadnezzar, and then he was amongst Belshazzar, which was the son. He broke down many tickle, and then that night let in Cyrus, the Persian, who was prophesied to rebuild the house of the Lord. You see?
Artaxerxes.
Artaxerxes
or something.
Xerxes was the third. It was Cyrus, Darius, then Xerxes. And we had to tell Xerxes about what Cyrus did, because you had heathens trying to stop us building. Yeah. Like vocab. Y'all modern day theologians are nothing more of those trying to hinder us rebuilding the third temple. This is the third temple being rebuilt. That's what's happening right here. We're actually putting our hands to the plow to rebuild the third temple. You know?
Right.
And it's spiritual.
That's right.
It's the house of David. You know?
And it says, and for our iniquities.
And let me say this too. Out of all the heathens, Esau, you're the worst one. Out of every heathen that's here on earth, you're the worst one. Out of Ham, Shem, and Japheth, Esau's the worst one. You had a Persian king. Kings helped fund to rebuild our temple, and then the Edomites to destroy it. You know? These are demons sacrificing swine's flesh. You're the fucking worst people out here, man.
That's the reason why the Most High gonna have mercy on that those nations that descended from them, like the Ethiopians.
Yeah. They're not gonna get as worse as Esau. If you're not an Israelite, just hope you're not an Edomite. That's really what it is. If you're not an Israelite, just hope that you're not an Edomite. Because
that is a little bit of hope. A little glimmer of hope for the other heathens.
Yeah, exactly.
A sliver.
Yep.
And it says, and for our iniquities have we, our kings and our priests, been delivered into the hand of the kings of the land.
See, it said who? The who?
Yep, it said our kings.
Our kings. In Deuteronomy, it says how your king will go into captivity. That's talking about here. See? So our kings, but we have wicked kings too. Right? So our kings.
Our priests.
Our priests. Are we not a kingdom of priests? Y'all brothers are priests. Do y'all know about the law? Y'all can teach someone the law? That makes you a priest. You don't got to be a Levite to be a priest. You're an Israelite man. You're a teacher. What is the whole duty? To serve the Most High.
Right.
You have to have the knowledge of that. And then what? You teach your sons that. That's a priesthood. And now we're becoming a holy priesthood. Look at all these people driving by. There's only 4 of us out here. You see? You got a couple brothers and sisters online, but the majority of Israelites are just driving by, riding by, walking by, because the Lord ain't opened them up. That's why I say in the spirit, you got Jakes, they're still in, we're not in Babylon. We serve Babylon, but we're like Nehemiah, crying to the king about the condition of our people, wanting to go home, you know?
Add this too into that whole us being our kings. There's actual secular history that shows, I forget who this specific king was, but I can't say if it was a Hamitic king in itself, but they have it to where he was, he told his slave master he was a king, and that his father would give him, you know, X amount of whatever he paid for him, he would give him 10 times it. But the wicked slave master, he didn't. That's going back to you can't believe a nigga. Yep. Anything we say, they don't believe shit. We say we lying.
Jake do be lying though.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. But you know what I'm saying? But it's actual
secular
history.
I believe that.
There's documented there were kings that were brought over here in shackles. And, you know,
I believe that. I remember one time, because sometimes when I talk to people, I make it sound like I'm joking, but I'm really not. Yeah. You know what I mean? But this one time, people they be asking me, what am I?
Yeah.
So I was like, I come from a royal line. And they're like, bitch, I do.
Yeah.
We do. Yeah. We do come from a royal line.
There's some trading places?
Yeah. We come from royalty. The mere fact that you hold this Bible, know that you're royalty. Mm-hmm. You're royalty in captivity.
You know who we are.
Like my supervisor, like the head supervisor on my department just asked me last week. He said, I want to know. He said, I want to know, what you are, Muslim? You I forgot what you was. What you do? You celebrate Ramadan? I just like, nah, I'm not.
Right.
I just walked off.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
Good. Because he don't need to know.
Right.
But he know that you just not black.
Right. Yep.
You know? Keep reading.
And it goes on to say, and our priests been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands.
And get Baruch 3 and 8.
Yep.
Why were we delivered? I'm gonna ask y'all, why were we delivered into captivity? Ira?
So we can keep our laws on our land.
No, why were we delivered into captivity?
Oh, because we broke the law.
Baruch, or is it 4?
3 verse
4, why in this
got you. Yep.
Yeah.
I got you. Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep, I got you.
To be specific on that, we was worshiping other gods and idols.
So the Lord did it.
Yep.
The Lord did it. Because when you look at how we were built up, the Lord was with us, delivered us out of a mighty nation, which is the Egyptians, 40 years in the wilderness. Then through Joshua conquered all these different lands so we could get Jerusalem, right? We could get the land of Israel. Then we reigned in it, but then we went off. That's why the Lord sent the Assyrians on us. Or in the time of Judges, you had the Moabites messing us up. You know what I mean? Different times, because we went off. That's why, is it Tobit or Judith, where they had a council where they're like, if they're going off, we could win.
Judith, yeah.
So if they know that they can beat us if we're sinning. That's why Esau's main goal is to keep Jake the way he is.
That's in the Apocrypha when the Ammonite.
Yep, grab it.
He told him, he was like, yo, they sent
Get it.
What's that on Second Ezra?
No, Judith.
Judith, okay.
Was it 5?
Yeah, Judith 5 and like
12, 16?
After that, it was also what they call the defectors of our own people that went and told and say, hey, you know what I mean?
They hired counselors to hinder us. In the time of you got it, brother? Good. In the time of the Greeks, they wanted to hire the old great man in Athens to claim he was important. We're gonna get into that spirits. The
book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their Yahweh, let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
Now right there, there's 2 things I'm thinking of. Psalms 83, which you can grab, and then also, was that Nehemiah, where they counseled together?
By Tobit's celibate,
yeah. So there's always been a council of heathens that counsel together against us. And if you got anything to say, brother, you jump right in.
Yeah, got you.
But keep reading. We're going to precept that, because this is back then, right?
Yep.
So now we're going to precept that with modern day today, with this captivity we're in. Because when you think about it, when you read about the Assyrians, when you read about the Babylonians, even the Egyptians, which the modern day Egyptians are the Sudanese. The Sudanese ain't, tripping on Jake right now.
Nah.
Because that spirit, that's all on Esau.
Yep.
All these ancient empires, those demons that were on them, they're all on Esau now. Because really, when you think, everybody's really chilling. Moab staying in Moab. You know, everybody's chilling. It's Esau who's keeping that flame going.
Yeah.
You know, the flame of captivity. Everybody trying to be chill. Even Russia, did you see the video of Africa? The dude was rebuking America and their mole rights.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
He was saying, he's saying Russia and China are over here trying to be equal, give us guns, help us with security. But the West is coming over trying to bring in social rights for the moles. So he's like, we have bigger issues with our country than just the status of your sexuality. You see? So other nations are trying to actually uplift themselves so they're on a standard.
Right.
America don't want you on one. They want you on a wicked standard. That nigga's a demon.
That this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
Keep going.
But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their Yahweh be for reproach before all the world.
There you go. So even the heathens know that if we're going off, then they got us. But if the Lord's with us, there's nothing they can do. That's why I say Esau's the worst type. You know? Now you got Psalms 83?
Yep.
Or,
I got it.
You kind
okay.
of got a cheat code almost.
Yeah,
Inside.
they do.
Inside.
Because the Lord created Esau to be the dishonorable vessel. Now I'm going to ask y'all a question. Out of all the nations, who's the main one that's beefing with us? Out of all the nations, who is it?
Yeah,
Esau. Okay, now, but why?
They want their own.
Perpetual
The what?
hatred.
Why is he have perpetual
They
hatred?
want their own blessing.
Yeah, huh? Further than that.
He's rulership.
No, it's more than that.
Mortality.
Genesis 3,
Genesis.
the enmity
Oh,
between the serpent seed and her seed.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Read that real
Yep.
quick.
This is the
So
book-
he can't help. He's cursed.
Yeah.
He's cursed to hate you.
Yeah.
You know, he can't help but say nigger. He can't.
Yeah.
He can't help it.
Yeah, that's true.
He's cursed.
Yeah, spirit ain't right inside him. This is Genesis 3:15. And I will put enmity
Yep.
between thee and the woman.
See, enmity. This is why y'all brothers in your day-to-day, you got issues. I've literally watched Esau. He'll make it his effort not to get out of my way. So I had to
Yeah.
learn to walk around this nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I actually got to move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to move. Let him have it then.
Yeah.
You know, you got to learn to let him have it. Because you know what? That's you accepting captivity right now.
Yeah. They've actually got worse with it.
And hey,
They
let him
used to
have
be
it.
like scared, like they'll
Yeah,
move
yeah.
and shit real
Now
quick.
they won't
Now
move.
they just, I had one do me like that last night or the night before. And I had my little seed with me. He just got his cart like in the bio cart in the middle of the aisle, bro. Common sense is 2 lanes, going and coming. But he just standing there until I had got right up on him like this. And I usually say excuse me if I have to. But right when I got to his face, they kind of like,
Yeah, same thing. I'll be moving
enmity.
with the dumpster. They see me coming right their direction. They'll just stand right there. I'll be like, excuse me. And they'll be like, sorry. Like,
Yeah.
oh, but you see me coming.
But you know what though? You know, I get it, but you know what? We gotta learn how to apply more wisdom with her. And rule that's a way for you to rule your spirit.
Yeah.
If you can handle yourself around the Edomite, you can do anything. Right though?
Yeah.
I'm speaking off experience.
Especially a road eater.
You know, because we already have tough days.
Yeah.
We already have heaviness of mind. Even Ezra's talk, remember he said he had heaviness of his mind.
Yeah.
So we already go through it. So it's like, why let him make it more?
right. You know what, too?
We know, we know it's right.
Yeah.
Like we know, like excuse
right,
you,
yeah.
you know, you see me, we know. But guess what? He read it.
He's set up
Watch,
to do
yep,
that.
read it.
This is the book of Genesis 3:15. And I will put enmity.
See why did he move? Read it again.
It says, I will put enmity.
Why don't he get out your way? Read it again.
I will put enmity.
Enmity. So when you brothers, you know, like one thing I'm big on is like manners.
Yeah.
I had to learn to accept this nigga don't got manners.
Home training.
He don't have home. He'll throw money at you.
Yeah.
He won't hold the door open. He won't get out your way.
I want to say thank you for holding the door open.
Nope. So you gotta learn to let that shit go.
I had an Edomite like bump into me, literally bump into me. And I was like,
I would have fell down.
I was
Ow!
it was on the job too. He literally, I'm facing this way. He's behind me. And he just bumped into me. I said,
Nah.
and above my head I said, let me, the Lord gonna get him though. You see?
He marked himself.
At least I can say at my job, Edomites that work in different departments, they'll hold the door for me.
Good.
They be like, hey, brother, you know
Good.
what I'm saying?
And they do.
Yeah.
We have moments like that, but for the majority of the relationship we've received, read it again.
Yep. And I will put enmity between
So
thee.
guess what? Esau's doing the Lord's work. He's doing his job. Keep going.
Yep. It says between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed.
Between her seed and your seed. So this is how we know that the serpent in the garden wasn't an actual snake.
Right.
Now, do y'all know what the word serpent means here?
Dragon.
Nope.
Sorcerer.
Yep, enchanter.
Yep.
Enchanter. So that's his. That's it. That's why he's into evolution, astrology. Like there was a book that came out. This Edomite woman, and she said, I was the astrologer for the Reagan administration.
Oh yeah.
And I got another book right here. Where is it? I got this book right here. No, it's the other book at home, Codex.
Oh yeah.
But in that
shit,
book,
yeah.
I read it here and there, but I don't really
yeah.
go into it too much.
That shit,
But that book, she says how that she would have the president stand in a certain position at a certain day at a certain time when the planets align.
Yeah, I heard.
See, that's Esau. That's what he's into. But that makes me think of what the going back to the Roman Empire, they would have an augur, and then that's why now when you get a president, he goes through what? An inauguration, which an augur is like a seer. You know,
and it goes too into the other heathens too, like the Egyptians. The pyramids, they would align them so when the sun came out, it was like some type of alignment or being. Would come some crazy.
No. You're right, because when you go into Genesis or Jeremiah, remember that's why the Lord had Jeremiah started rebuking them, and he was going into all the kings because the Chaldeans. We gotta finish this. And also too, who else was it? I think it was Nebuchadnezzar. They were into they were all into the astrology, literally into astrology. Ancient Babylon, that's the deities. They all into that shit. That's why it says for the nations of their gods are idols. You know? Finish that point. And in Psalms 83.
I got you. And it says, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
There you go. And then now Psalms 83.
Back on Psalm 83 and verse 1, start from the top.
But see, that's spiritual too, because the Spirit has us going to, like lately I've been talking more about us building, but also with the building we're prophesizing. You see, so at the same time, in Nehemiah, while they were building, they were also fighting. So we're building, but we're also prophesizing at the same time. We over here like, y'all niggas about to go down. You know what I mean? Wait till this shit gets set up. That's why they would have heathens came and they were like, you're gonna rebel. They're setting. Remember, he said they're building so they can rebel.
They're false witness against us.
But these heathens don't know we're supposed to be set apart. We're not supposed to be among you. That's why in Ezra, he made a decree and said, yo, if you got a heathen wife, you gotta get rid of her. Because they were trying to rebuild at that time. But Jake was going off because they had heathen women. So that's the context of that. Because we also have a law that we can take heathen women. See?
Psalm 83 and verse 1, and it's Psalm 83 and verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai.
That makes me think of 2 Ezra 15 when he says, I will hold my tongue no more.
Oh, you concerning the
Grab
wickedness?
that? Yep.
Got you.
We're going to get everything the Spirit has given us. That's fine. If the Spirit has to go back, the Spirit has to start with that, and then it changed. So we'll go 2 Ezra 15, I will hold my tongue no more concerning their wickedness. So we're in a time, because in Psalms 50, the Lord said, you thought I was with you. The Lord, Esau thought the Lord was with him. That's why he had something called manifest destiny, which he was with Esau to a point to do a certain thing. I'm only with you because I wanted you to do this. That's all it is, I'm using you, like how Esau, it says, if he has a prophet with thee, he will use thee. Well, that's what the Lord doing with you.
Right. 2 Ezra 15 and verse 8, it says, I will hold my tongue no more. I start 7. It says, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
So right now, you brothers, you be like, man, when? Why, Lord? You know, like, man, get this devil. You know, like, you're like, man, get this devil. You feel that way,
Right.
which is natural.
Right.
It's natural to feel that way. Lot, why do you think Lot was at the gate? Which the gate was pretty much where City Hall was in ancient times. Lot was a civic leader. Like, we're at the gate. But he was at the gate sighing and crying, you know, like, so we're in that spirit too. Like, when, Lord?
Yeah,
how long?
Yeah.
You know, we have an insight, but we want it. But it's all the will of the Lord. But we have Ezra, right? Ezra, the same Ezra came back to Jerusalem to rebuild.
Yep.
Now he's prophesizing. So in the first Ezra, right, it's the building, it's the temple. Now second Ezra's destruction.
Right.
See that?
Judgment.
He's a priest. Well, I think, was Ezra a priest? Yeah, Ezra was a
Levite,
priest.
yeah.
He was a priest and he was prophesizing. So that's a cut to guys just about the law. You can't just be in the law. It says those about the law covet prophecy.
Yep.
You know? So keep reading.
And it says, which they profanely commit.
Hey, I want to say this, man. When you're in Babylon long enough and you have to serve Babylon, you actually look forward to camp. Because I literally feel free right here.
Yeah, me too.
Because at Monday through Friday, yes sir, no sir, what I gotta do,
You suppressed.
you know? But when Saturday comes, I don't gotta worry about clocking in, my phone, breaking this down, picking this up, fixing this.
Right.
We actually can be out here to serve the Lord.
That's what I was gonna say. It's deeper than that. We're actually serving the Lord when we come out here because it's a commandment.
Yep.
And we're rebuking this city, and we're letting all the inhabitants know we out here.
Yep.
Yep.
Because they see us on YouTube.
Yep.
So they know that there's prophets here.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't get around
Yep.
your judgment. You've been marked.
Well, we were setting up. You had a woman. She said, we say future kings. You had a Jake woman. She said, all I heard Israelite.
Yep.
You know, you hear those vowels. I heard Israelite.
Yeah.
And so we were setting up, and then she was saying, y'all the future kings. So the Lord had her on that spirit as we were setting up camp.
Right.
You know? And like we're humble about it. You know what I mean? Because I gotta go pay rent. What king you know pay rent?
Right.
You know what I mean? But that keeps us humble.
Yep.
No brother should feel like you want any. No, man. We're all just servants. We're all servants. No, thank you, brother. The water there.
That scripture y'all went to earlier about the kings in captivity.
Yep.
That goes with what she just said.
Exactly.
Like,
Good point.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, that's
We're kings in captivity. You know? Keep going.
And it says, which they profanely
That's a
commit.
lesson. Kings in captivity. Oh, I did a lesson called Peasant Now, King Forever. So we're peasant. Y'all know what a peasant is?
Servant.
Nope.
Lower level.
Nope.
What?
A peasant actually goes back to a European worker that is paying for to cultivate a portion of land to make money.
Bro.
So if you brothers have a house, you really should use that house to make money. Not just to sit in, you know, sleep in, shower, and you do that, but you should be making money off your land. That's why when you, like, you ever see people, they mow their lawn, they say keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
Back in older times, you only mowed your lawn because you were showing you were wealthy. Because people that didn't have money, they used their lawn or their land to grow crops. So we should be growing crops on our land. See?
It's funny you said that because my supervisor asked me that. You know what I mean? She's like, because I showed her my backyard. And she said, you know, my garden, whatever. She was like, you growing food? I was like, no. I said, I was when COVID hit. I still got all like the manure and the beet moss or peat moss and all that shit. But yeah, she knew something.
See?
You know, because she's
And
growing food.
a lot of people are doing that now with livestock. You know, and that'd be smart if you can afford it.
Yeah.
I mean, the deal's gonna go down either way, but really what you're seeing now with the collapsing of society, with inflation, which inflation leads to recession, which a recession leads to a Great Depression. But with the time of a recession, people aren't buying. That's what a recession is, when you don't buy as much. You see? So people aren't buying because they're realizing that they can't live comfortably off this playground.
Right.
So now they're like, instead of me going to Walmart, let me make my own socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how America used to be.
Yeah.
But then it got commercialized. It got corporated. It's a corporation. Now the corporations are eating you alive. Like the movie, I just watched this movie, Aaron Brockovich. You brothers ever heard that movie? Basically, it's a dramatization of a true story of where a corporation called PG&E, RG&E.
Oh, yeah.
It's called PG&E, and they were poisoning the water supply, and they weren't telling the people.
Flint,
And
Michigan?
like exactly
Wow.
what's going on with all these train derailments.
Right.
See, the deal's going down
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So if you are in the spirit of growing your own food, being more resourceful with your hands, tools, learning how to be resourceful, you're ahead of the curve. You're ahead of the curve now, because this shit about to hit.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit hard. And these people aren't gonna be ready when this government comes down and the lack of resources.
I said, I wish I could do that, but I live in the ghetto.
That's a
My shit-
perfect place.
Yeah, my shit is concreted around. Only vegetation I got is my foot long.
You own it, right?
Yeah.
You can knock, you can break that shit up. Break that back long up.
Like I won't say too much because Esau, but even certain plants you can grow inside your house.
Yeah.
Like cilantro.
Even,
Yeah.
well, let me say this though, even just learning the knowledge of it.
Yeah.
You don't even gotta, because the Lord's gonna provide it. But
Yeah,
the principal point that I'm making is having the knowledge that you can be capable of doing those things is worth more than those that even got it.
Can I ask you a question? Could I what to look up for that?
You like on YouTube, YouTube. Really, just look up prepping, end world resourceful, how to filter water, simple stuff, bushcraft.
Yeah.
I'll do you one even better. I went to Ollie's and they got books.
Yep.
I went there and racked up books like $1.99,
Yep.
$2.99. I got a slew of books.
Even just knowing how to use tools.
Yeah.
Simple things like that. Average American. We're Israelites.
Yeah.
We were in the wilderness for 40 years.
Right. 40 years, man. That's
That-
a long ass time.
I did this in school. You know, I used to get plants in school. And
Yeah.
I did it. But
We're not telling you
I lost
brothers to
that
go
knowledge,
and
but
we're not telling you brothers to go and we're just saying that these that's what they should be doing. They should be doing that. You shouldn't be relying on your job right now.
Right.
You shouldn't be relying. There's layoffs. Ecclesiastes, the grinding shall cease. Let's go to that. We just getting whatever the Spirit's getting. We don't got nothing written down. The Spirit's flowing, we growing. Ecclesiastes 5, the grinding shall cease. Actually, you can start at 1. 587. We almost know it verbatim.
Ecclesiastes 5:1.
Yeah.
It says, "Keep thy foot without goes to the house of the Most High."
Yeah, right. Because you got to think too. Sometimes it's not always needful for a brother to add an input. Sometimes it's best just to listen. Keep going.
It says, "And be more ready to hear."
Right, because you're hearing really the Lord speak. You're hearing things in the Spirit being brought out that could potentially help you in a situation down the road.
Right.
Keep going. That's why it says all things were written for your learning.
Right.
So these lessons are being spoken for you to learn from.
And it says, "Then to give the sacrifice of fools."
Right, because you could add some and be given a foolish sacrifice to edification being brought out. Like when you're in school, sometimes you want to tell the class clown, "Hey man, shut up, I'm trying to learn here."
Yeah. And it says, "For they consider not that they do evil."
Right, I was just adding in, brother. Keep going.
"Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High."
And we all work on that. You get excited. I get excited. I like speaking. But you work on the season of speech, Keep going. Timing. I'm still working on that shit.
Yeah.
"For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few.
Yep.
For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by a multitude of words. When thou vowest a vow unto the Most High, defer not to..."
12.
Yeah, that's 12, right?
12. But that was the Spirit. That was the Spirit that got it. That was good.
Yep. I got you. I'll start from the top.
Yep, that was the one.
Ecclesiastes 12:1.
This is what we want.
"Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth."
Now, remember thy Creator in the days of thy youth. Now, a carnal man will say, "Well, I'm 46, I'm 45," but then the scriptures say, "Be reborn as a newborn babe." So just because you're carnally a certain age, well, how old are you in the Spirit? You see, and if we be those spirits, we're older than all these people. We're older than we're older than y'all.
Yep.
The first spirits that were created with Yahweh. That's why they call Yahweh Ancient of Days.
Right.
The Alpha and Omega.
Then Yahweh is the Alpha and Omega. These all are underlings. If we be those men.
They roll that window up.
Right, roll that window up. Youngin, keep going.
But in the world, that's a true saying. Like, they be like, man, you may be older than me, but mentally I'm older than you.
Yep.
What they say, you got an
Old soul.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like oldies.
I love
You know what I mean?
That's the best. Yeah.
Keep going.
And it says, while the evil days come not.
See, the evil days. The many prophets have rose up, prophesied war, evil, and pestilence.
Yep.
So we're telling you, evil's coming, right? Evil's coming, man. And the vessel of evil is Esau.
That's right.
That man is evil and diabolical. Shit. Nebuchadnezzar, he just took the vessels. Esau put pork on the altar.
This is crazy.
He took it further. He's got something wrong with this.
Fucking nutcase.
He's got something wrong here. You know?
Well, it says that he's the vessel that's made unto dishonor.
Dishonor.
So of course he's gonna dishonor something that's holy unto us.
Yeah.
He's the wicked. You see?
The spirit's not upright in him.
Is there no fornicator
Yep.
worse than
That's
Esau?
it.
Profane. Yep.
Profane Esau?
Yep.
Yep. And it says, nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
So it's going to be unpleasurable soon. Just going back what we were saying, when things break down, when society actually breaks down, when you don't have gas to run these vehicles, when there isn't electricity directed for your house, Esau controls it.
Yeah.
So he can turn your power on and off. He can direct power so that the military has power and you got to go to him. He's going to be the light in Goshen. And he's going to want you, children of Israel, come to me.
Yep. Exactly.
You know? And you're going to have Moab there breakdancing with an RFID chip in her. You saw that video? Bitch was like, she had the chip in her.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Missile food. Keep
Y'all
going.
seen that? Y'all remember that scene in Conan? When the chick was up on top of the mountain, he was like, come to me, my child. And she jumped off the edge. That's a spell that he gonna have on the
Yep.
Oh, of course.
Yep. They show you that in Demon Night. Remember he was coercing the hooker?
Yep.
Now, these people are finished,
Man.
man. They are a sacrifice to the God of this world. Esau is the God of this world.
Damn.
Which ultimately the God of this world is the queen of heaven. But Esau uses that spirit. That's why all the big diesel jakes like what's that basketball player? Russell Westbrook?
Yeah.
That dude, I don't know, that dude is a warrior.
Cut. Yeah, bro.
He's a warrior. Like he's actually a really good athlete. That's why they put a dress on him. You see?
And LeBron.
See?
Yep.
So that's the queen of heaven. Baphomet. You know?
The cat from Rocky.
Androgynous.
Creed.
Yeah. That's why people have a problem with us. We ain't no fucking simps. You know? I'll tell them I ain't no simp. I'm gonna say something to your ass. Other men, I can't contain that shit. I'm gonna say something. You know?
Fuck that.
Fuck out of here.
And
We
this-
may be in captivity, but shit, I ain't a prisoner.
Right.
Yahweh said we free.
Right.
Tell Xerxes we're free men here.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
You know? Like with my man Hurricane. With Denzel.
Yeah.
When he got locked up.
Yeah, boxer.
He didn't want to put that suit on. Put his hands, so we fighting spiritually.
F that.
You know?
We're not bound down to this image.
Nope.
See?
Well, like Leonidas said,
Right.
my knee. You know, it's hard. It's hard for me to bow. Keep going.
Verse 2, it says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
That's right.
Remember what Morpheus said? He said, we don't know who struck first.
Yeah.
But they basically tried to take the sun out because of AI.
Man.
Which really, see, Esau is introducing AI to you people, but what he uses is called autonomous intelligence. Esau has created technology that can think for itself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. And that shit, that like they've been had that.
Yeah.
Like you gotta think every time Esau, comes out with some shit new to new to the public, they've been had that shit 30 years ago, man.
Right.
That's nothing new.
Military grade,
Yeah.
like your phone when it predicts what you're typing.
Yeah.
You know?
Auto type.
Like, bitch, I didn't mean to say
They've
red.
been had that, man.
You know?
Algorithm.
Yep.
Shit picked
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
You hear it.
Yep. They're using AI, but autonomous technology to introduce the digital dollar. All that digital currency, all that. That shit is getting locked and loaded. This shit is about to switch over and people are gonna get grounded up.
Yes.
You're gonna get grounded up, man.
Y'all seen the one? I'm sorry. Y'all seen the one where the AI sounds like Jay-Z and them now?
Yeah.
So that too, that's the framing of the Israelites.
Yep.
Not only they gonna have the visual,
deepfake.
The deepfake.
They got deepfake and AI scams. Now you got people calling, like this woman. She had got a call, and they mimicked her daughter that she was kidnapped.
Yep.
So the nigga said, "Give me $1 million." Who you know got $1 million out here?
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? A lower class, middle class American.
Nobody.
Then he was like, "All right, 50,000. Who got 50,000?
He went from 1 million to 50,000.
Right. You know what? Keep her.
Right.
Like, what do you want me to do?
Oh man, keep her.
You know?
And it says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened.
Now that's literal, but then the moon and the sun, or the moon represents wisdom. You know? So that's the famine of the word.
Right.
The days where there will be no more this. Elders, you know? Elders out here, brothers.
Bishops.
Thank you, bishops.
Prophets.
Teachers, prophets and priests. Meaning the building's gonna stop.
Sheep.
Yeah, the sheep gonna be fed. They're gonna have enough knowledge and wisdom to give them stability in the times, while the rest of the Jake was playing, working on his 3-dribble hezzy layup. You know?
Can I get that real quick, you don't mind?
Yeah, and then it said, that's why it says in that day, even the youth shall faint.
Yeah.
So all these young athletic Jakes, you know, out here fucking drinking Kool-Aid and
They
Cheetos.
already been doing it. A lot of them after they got that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Passing out.
Yep.
Jerry Springer dropped that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought it was from fentanyl.
And Jerry Springer, he's an FJ anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, he ruined homes.
Oh,
Yeah.
He fucking ruined homes, man. That shit was sick.
The Lord took him out. Isaiah 33 and verse 6.
And then back to
And wisdom and knowledge
but what wisdom?
of this truth. You know, because ultimately, you know, the Lord woke us up to warn us, man. Like the Lord gave us the 411.
Yeah.
Just like how you said a couple days ago, he said that amongst every generation of Israelites, there's always been, you know, a particular man, a particular a group of men who would who the Lord would like wake up to, you know, warn or to knock some sense into Jake. You see Haggai, you know, Zechariah, Ezra, and so on and so forth. You see?
Yahweh Shai.
You know, that's the main one.
And not only that, he picks the lowly out of the people, not the high in people esteem. Mm-hmm. Like David was a shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a young brother.
Yeah.
So that's 2 precepts. That's 1, the Lord didn't choose the mighty. And then 2 is 1 Samuel's where he raises up the poor from the dunghill.
Yes.
So, the Lord has chosen the poor of this world, but rich in faith.
Ooh, that's in James. Yep.
You know?
And despised.
Yep.
And it says, and in wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right. So we have to fear the Lord, you know? And you have to reverence Yahweh Shai. All you Israelites out here that talk about TMH, like what is that, the Floyd Mayweather acronym?
Team.
You know what I mean? TMH. Like you can't get to Yahweh's not dealing with us. He's Yahweh Shai. We got to go through Yahweh Shai. You have to go to even in the time of the Levites, you had to go to a priest. You couldn't just be like, "Hey, priest, you over here. Look, Lord." No, you gotta Eleazar. You gotta go through them.
Even right now.
Moses went up.
With Aaron. Right, Moses went up.
Yeah.
And then the Lord, when he did reveal himself, Jake ran.
Yeah.
Like the cowardly lion when they met the wizard.
Yeah,
Remember?
yep.
He ran and jumped through the thing.
Yep.
That was Jake. That's the scriptures. You know?
Yep. Well, even right now, you got you can't go directly to a judge in the courthouse. No. You gotta go to the lawyer. The lawyer speaks. The lawyer speaks.
We've witnessed it. We've witnessed a Jake go before the judge without a lawyer. She said, "Get your ass a lawyer before you step in front of me again."
Yeah, man.
The shit has interfered. The lion flying for the roaches and the chicken. Don't be like that nigga that killed the roach and the chicken. Don't be like the nigga that take the roach on the chicken and this thing that chicken and the roaches like that. Don't be like that.
I can't hear you. Speak up.
That's not an ordinary nigga. That's not an everyday nigga. That's not
Yep. Yep. That's an N-word.
Yep.
And the elites are telling people to eat bugs now.
Yeah.
She said the Lion of Zion.
No. We know that a nigger is somebody who ain't got no sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
A nigger is somebody who got all their senses: smell, taste, touch, hear, see.
That's Sirach 17.
No.
The senses.
Still can't feel the secret touching nothing. So like I'm telling you.
That's real.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, sis. Back in Ecclesiastes 12 and verse, the last line of verse 2, it says, "Nor the clouds return after the rain, and the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble."
Oh, the keepers of the house are trembling. You know, who's that? These are the low level, the executives that have been put in a position, people that may own a, think about a small bank, but they don't own the Federal Reserve. They get the loans. People are trembling. Money experts are warning. You had all these guys that just got laid off. What was Tucker?
Don Lemon.
But Tucker, he's an insider.
Yeah.
He's down with that Kabbalah and all that shit. He's an insider though. But basically, they're controlling the narrative of the media even further now. It's all getting furtherly controlled, you know?
And it says, "And the day," it's like in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease.
So going back, that's why we brought this out. People that are relying on the 9 to 5, you're in for a rude awakening. You have videos of Amazon workers crying outside the plant because out of nowhere they fired them. Layoffs are at an all-time high. Work for yourself. Work for yourself. You render under Caesar, but really work for yourself. Hey, under the table, man. What are you gonna do?
But that's one reason why they're trying to get rid of cash.
Exactly, because exactly.
Can't survive.
Exactly.
And that's why these so want to fucking track. You know what I mean?
Hey, well, guess what though? Guess when he started that to control you, your money, and track you. Guess what he did that through?
What?
The Social Security number. The SSN. That was how they instituted a way for the public to reverence them, pay them, and so they could track you.
That makes sense.
They want everybody tracked.
And that's heavy too because
it's in the book called Be Aware of the Fruit, Beware of the Wicked Fruit of the Tree.
Oh wow.
There's a book that wrote about it. Make your point, bro.
No, and like that's some very like
I got it. It's called Fruit of a Poisonous Tree.
I've seen that book,
So if you read into the book, it details why. So instead of you questioning blah blah blah, ask, well, why do you have a Social Security number? You had a point to make.
Like that's real because like even like a job, like anything that you want to get in like in this society, they say what's your SSN? You see a house, what's your SSN?
Or what's your driver's license?
Yeah, why you need my information? I'm trying to get this house.
Yeah.
What they gotta do with you? You see, that's private.
It's all been set up. Social credit, your credit. So what's the fuck's it called? Credit score.
Credit score.
Your credit score, your Social Security, all that's all combined. That's everything that China's doing right now with technology. You know what I mean? Through AI.
My bad. And just like Klaus Schwab, he said that he wants America to be in the same to be the same way just like China.
He said China's a model citizen, a model city.
Yep.
You see, and that's why they say you will own nothing and like it.
I had a buddy that his mom and dad had fucked up something where his Social Security, his name on his Social Security card, and his birth certificate were adversary did some stuff.
Damn.
So he couldn't get a job.
Damn.
So now that leaves us to say, okay, now if you can't get a job, how you gonna pay for the money to correct that?
Damn.
Right.
So they make it impossible for you to work without those two things.
People don't realize how tyrannical Babylon is.
Right.
It's just soft. It's a soft, you know what I mean? Like, it's a soft version of it.
It really is.
Passive aggressive.
It's passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Like it's a white woman with a tight dress that's life. You know what I mean? You get 30 years.
Yep.
Bye.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
Yep.
But it's like, fuck, this shit is harsh.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they make it pleasant. cleavage.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
1 week suspension.
Man.
You know?
That's crazy. They did my boy like that at my job. I don't know what he did with security, but they didn't fire him. They took like the security took away his badge, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He said to suspend it. You know what I'm saying? To further notice.
Oh,
That
damn.
nigga just fired.
Yeah.
But he supposed to be back. Sorry, he supposed to be back yesterday. So,
Oh,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Back in Ecclesiastes 12 and in verse 3 it says, and the grinders cease because there are few, right? And you had EA Sports, you know, they got employees, they got fired, they got cut. Hulu, Amazon, you see?
Because they could put in machines. But also, the grinded ceased when? With the 19.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Nobody was working. People were working from home. Now you can have the option at a job to work from home, depending on the job.
Yep.
It's all becoming digitalized, computerized.
Yeah.
For real.
And it capitalizes more money for them because they don't have to take care of a building, but they have to bring employees to house them.
Yep.
So they're trying to save crunch money somehow.
Yep.
That's what Esau do. He trying to be frugal as he can.
And then on top of that, now I know where you got all these Walmarts closing down.
Yep.
See?
Yeah.
Yep.
So why you closing down Walmarts?
Yep.
That's the cash cow right there.
And
when
then
it comes to shopping.
They said in Chicago, random flyers to tell kids to meet up and gather are randomly popping up. And then they said that Walmarts are closing because of crime. Yeah, but it didn't close because of the 19.
Right.
This shit is perfect.
Yeah.
We're watching it perfectly play out right before our eyes. Every week now there's a new trail derailment, another one just happened. It's always at a water supply. So he's gonna control your water supply. That's how they besieged us. They stopped our water supply. You wanna know how the Persians were able to defeat the Babylonians so precisely? They cut off their water supply through the Euphrates River.
There you go. Yeah.
You know?
You know, like in a story, there's the turning point.
Yes,
In the
exactly.
story. That's what Esau is doing now with his New World Order.
Yeah.
It's the turning point.
Yep.
Now, the tides are shifting.
Yep.
They're making their move. So with the jump shot, that's what they did.
Yep.
It's becoming more draconian.
Yep.
Yeah.
And back in Ecclesiastes 12 and in verse 3, it says, and those that look out the windows be darkened.
Right. They that look out, you're not going to know what to do. These people that are walking by, they're not going to know what to do when the deal goes down. They're not going to know if they should go where the government says. They're not going to know if they should trust what the government's doing. They don't know if they can trust their fellow American. You see? Read that again.
Yep.
That's why the spirit we read, you had Paul, you brought out Isaiah 33.
Yeah, yep.
We're ahead of the curve. We're ahead of the curve right now. You know?
It says,
See, Esau is like Biff in Back to the Future. Remember he had the almanac?
Yeah.
But he's using it oh so far.
yeah.
You see, he don't have the real secrets like we do. He just know who's gonna win the Lakers game.
Oh, that's heavy.
We know who's coming up next.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you want to know who's gonna win the championship or who's gonna be king?
Right.
You know, you want to go to jail, you want to go home.
Right.
We want to go home.
Right. Yeah.
And it says, and those that look out of the windows.
Right, like, they told me it's peace and safety.
Yep.
You know, I don't know how long. Or what was the movie? I'm thinking of a lot, but Red Dawn. You know, that was one. He was like, we don't know. You know, we don't know if we've been bombed, we've been attacked.
Damn.
1 EMP, 2 EMP, 3. If something were to, if the power went out right now in Rochester, you wouldn't know nothing else is going on in the rest of the world. You wouldn't know. Without the internet, the satellites, the cell phones,
Stranded.
Wi-Fi,
Yep.
you won't know nothing. There'll come a point where you don't even know what day it is.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't even know what time it is.
Yep.
You start holding your fingers up at the sun, you're like, oh shit, it might be 3.
Right.
You know what I mean? You really, real shit.
Real though.
That's why you gotta be resourceful now. You know, I remember the brother in Miami years ago, he was trying to teach me how to
Read
count.
this, yeah.
I was like, man, I'm not Issachar, man. This shit ain't coming to me
So
right
what?
now. But you keep
Right.
looking it up though.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, back what you were saying a few seconds ago about the derailment, train derailment,
Yeah.
poisoning. That's a precept to that too. Poison. The book of Revelation, chapter 8, verse 11. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood. And many died.
That's from the
water
nukes.
Yeah, no. For
Oh,
the
That's
nukes.
from the nukes.
Yeah.
Nukes, okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
About the radiation and
Yep.
Radiation,
Yep.
yeah. All right.
Who you got that precept from?
Huh?
Who'd you get that precept from?
Nah. I'm just,
No, I know.
I'm just using that because
I just mess with
you
you.
know what I'm saying.
I just mess with you.
Yeah.
But now you know.
But no, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But that's when you know the precept, then you can use it in the spirit. You're saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because most of that stuff be chemicals going
Yeah,
into
yeah,
the water.
yeah.
So they trying to control the water so
Yeah.
you can go to them
Yeah.
for the drink
Yeah.
clean water.
And they show that in the movies, the crazies.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why they was all going crazy because they
government
poisoned the water, right?
The government did it.
Yeah.
The military did it.
And then at the end of the movie, they got nukes.
Yep.
See?
And then they went to another town. It's happening.
But they've always done that because they have a saying: when you go to Mexico, don't drink the water.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Back in Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 4, and it says, "And the doors shall be shut in the streets
Yep.
when the sound of the grinding is low."
No, yep. And that makes me think of 2 Corinthians 15, they shall invade their neighbors.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna invade neighbors.
Yep.
You know? But you can finish that point real quick
Yep.
because there's a little meat in that.
And it says, "And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird."
Go back up.
Yep, it says, "And the doors shall be shut in the streets."
Right, the doors are gonna be shut. So just like when the 19 happened, there's certain requirements to this day you still gotta go through when you go to the hospital.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Wear a mask.
Yep. Hey, to the best of my ability, I don't go to them. I don't go to that.
Yeah.
I don't go to that. You know what I mean? I pray hard, man. I don't go to them.
I tell everybody that. I said the hospital should only be used for trauma.
Right.
Like gunshot wounds,
Right.
stabbing.
Broken bone.
Yeah.
You know?
Other than that, you should be taking care of
Exactly.
yourself now.
Yeah.
What it say?
Yeah.
It's better to be proactive than reactive.
Yeah.
Yep.
It says also dress the plate with herbs.
Yeah.
You know, watch what you brothers are eating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get like, you know, we joke about it, my digestion, but I'll be real heavy in it, right?
Yeah, he
I'm real heavy in my digestion because the digestion is your second brain.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want to just eat a burger. Like I got to eat something green.
yeah,
I got to get something
yeah.
bitter to get my digestion going, and then I can eat that so then it can go through.
Yeah.
Fiber.
Yeah, fiber,
Yeah.
trail mix, all that.
Probiotics.
Right.
For gut
Yeah,
health.
you need that.
Enzymes.
And watch, when the deal goes down, these people, they gonna look like they stopped taking adrenochrome. How fucked up they're gonna look.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna go from it to not it. So like no more Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
no more Burger
Yeah.
King, and all those chemicals, when their body gets depleted from it, it's just black eyes are gonna be like,
They're gonna
Even
go through
heavier than
withdrawals.
that. I'm sorry. Even heavier than that is parasites.
Yeah.
That feed off
Yeah.
sugar. So they the ones that give you the agony. Like,
Yep.
bitch, give me some sugar.
Yep.
You're like, oh, let me eat this
Yep.
candy.
that's why it
Yeah.
says they're gonna be in the hills and they're gonna drink their blood. People are gonna turn cannibalistic.
They're gonna be like, tasty, sweet, for real.
Yeah.
People gonna actually be in a animalistic state.
They're gonna be desperate.
Yeah.
They're gonna become very desperate. This place has put you on such a sugar high that when it takes it from you, which they show you that in laboratories, where they've given like a monkey
Yeah.
or a rat, they've
Yep.
given it like sweets for so long, and then they take it away, they actually start attacking other monkeys.
Drug.
They actually will attack and kill other monkeys.
Or they just feed it straight sugar and it grows tumors. and
Right,
shit.
Man.
right.
Cancerous cells.
Yep.
Yeah.
Esau's been doing everything.
That's what zombie apocalypse is.
Yeah, we're in it right now.
Yeah.
This is the apocalypse.
Zombie
You're
land.
in the apocalypse right now. You're in it right now.
Yeah. What was that bath salt? Remember that bath
Yep.
salt?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers
Yep.
chewing on each other.
That was lab made in a lab.
And you never know, like they could have released that dude. You
They
never know.
always do.
You never know.
They
Fucking
always
with
do.
Esau, man. This dude, listen, the world is his stage right now.
Well,
You know?
nothing happened. A bird don't fall.
Right.
That's the Lord.
So everything, like when you see people opposition, nobody's fighting against this place because the Lord don't got that on their spirit too. So any active they set that shit up.
Yeah.
He's doing all that shit. Ain't nobody putting on black boots and a
Right.
trench coat. He set that shit up. Just like with the one school,
Sandy
yeah,
Hook?
they demolished that shit like the same week.
Oh shit.
They demolished the whole school. When Stonehenge, what's it called? The monument?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Shit.
Stonehenge.
Is it Stonehenge?
Yeah.
Guidestones. Georgia Guidestones.
Oh yeah, yeah. When he blew it
He
up.
blew that shit right up, right after.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
And then they took come on, man, all that shit's him.
Same. Yeah.
Niggas out here wearing masks and it ain't for COVID. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know how deep Babylon is. When we get in the kingdom, you gonna be like, what?
Right.
Sally, Jesse Raphael wasn't real? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, some of these people that you grew up off, don't even fucking exist.
Yeah.
This is Babylon.
Yep.
This place, you don't understand enchantments. It ain't just fucking Halloween. This shit is really real out here. You know? We don't go too deep in it, but we're aware of it. You know?
Yo, even with Nicole, that situation with what's the football player name?
Hamlin? DeMar Hamlin?
Nah,
You talking about O.J. Simpson?
O.J. Simpson wife. That's
Cole Simpson.
she's the it's a newscaster lady that looked just like her, anchor lady that looked just like her. They're saying that's her. That she was never murdered. That was her.
Oh, wow.
You can look it up. She
Right.
looked just
See?
like Nicole.
That's what they call conspiracy.
Yeah.
See, you don't know what and why.
Yeah.
That's why, but you have people, they'll dedicate their life to that.
Yeah.
So we just aware of it and we leave it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you another one. Not
Alex Jones.
Yeah. But not Aleister Crowley. What was Fontaine, the devil worshiper? Anton.
Yeah.
Anton LaVey.
Yep.
Anton LaVey's daughter is a spitting image of fucking the singer Taylor Swift.
Oh, wow.
Spitting image. We don't know. When it comes to his left hand side, there's a lot of you don't know. We let him have it.
Speaking of shit too.
Yeah.
And it says,
But that's why he said, stand out with your enchantments. You know?
verse 4.
Esau thinks that he can Yahweh the Lord. Because remember, Jacob dressed up as Esau. So Esau dressed up as Jacob. You know? He's saying, Lord, here I am.
Yeah.
I'm Samuel. Where he came, he said, I'm a Jew.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right
all right.
down there, I think. Right?
Oh, and
Yeah.
a fun fact for y'all, for anybody out there that say that they're Israel, they're Jew, then read the judgment that the Lord has for Israel. All right, then you Israel, this was coming for your ass then. You know?
Even when Moses, remember when Moses went up to Pharaoh and he had his sorcerers and Moses put his staff down?
Exactly.
So Pharaoh was standing with his enchanters,
Yep.
and then Moses proved that the Most High was stronger
Yep.
than, you know.
And that's the time we're in. We're in that time.
Yeah.
And it says, when the sound of the grinding is low,
Yep.
and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
And you see that now. You see the daughters of music. When I was growing up, you may have had a couple rappers, MC Light, y'all brothers know.
Queen
But for,
Latifah.
but for the most part, women were singers.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Genesis 3, Miriam was singing. When you read Genesis 3, he's a man of war.
Yeah, Numbers 3.
Numbers 3?
Numbers.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
Numbers.
Yeah, when you read that they're singing.
Yeah.
You know?
But now, you know, you see what they're doing.
Masculine
It's
spirit.
very demonic.
Yeah.
You see? And it says, verse 5, also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail.
Desire shall fail. Oh, grasshoppers is a plague. Remember you had all those locusts that were on that pyramid in Egypt?
Yeah,
You just had
yeah.
a new plague. Maror sent the article. All those was like 200 million bugs or something.
Oh,
It
shit.
was covering
Man.
at a beck. The
Yeah.
Lord can change things. We can go to
And then you had the cockroaches over there.
The Mecca?
Yeah.
and she was talking about roaches.
Rats,
Oh, yeah.
Rats in Australia.
Yep.
Remember that shit?
Yep. I remember years ago, they had a rat infestation problem in California's town hall just before that Skid Row stuff
I remember
started.
that.
So that's an abomination. That's a sign.
Where was we at before?
Psalms 83.
Okay, yeah.
We go back to
They
that.
said that
And
it
2
was,
Ezra 15.
it was
Okay.
signs
You go to
of,
2 Ezra 15, prophet.
the bubonic plague and that shit, that it was like to that degree.
Well, this is the thing. Rats are carriers.
Yeah.
Now, rats come in when there's a lack of food. So rats are looking to get food in the midst of a famine, but they also carry diseases. And then when they bite you, now it's been transmitted.
Damn.
You see? Creatures shall change their place. You know?
Yep. Real quick. What's that movie when that rat had like the disease and it turned everybody to zombies? Remember, I think the rat had bit the scientists. Was that like 28 weeks later, 28 days later?
That was monkeys.
Monkey.
And 28 days later, it was started with monkeys. They were
Okay.
injecting monkeys with a chemical that enraged them.
Oh.
And it made them very aggressive. And then through that, the monkey bit the scientist, which then made him that, and then he bit, and so on.
Okay.
But you actually have funguses right now that take over small creatures. Like it'll take over a carcass of an ant, and then it'll then take over a carcass of like a something smaller to attract a bird. Now it's on a bird. Now it's mobile.
I seen that before too.
So this shit is easily. Remember Matthew 24 pestilences. Their major ones are coming. Shit, Bill Gates of hell said it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
but you know, I'll leave it right there.
But that happened too in that new series that was out, The Last of Us. Didn't it something spread like that?
Fungus.
Some type of shit. I'm forgetting.
Yeah, fungus.
Yeah.
And how convenient it came out now.
Right.
I mean, people aren't catching on. Like, he puts things out for a reason. He has to. He has to put it out. You know? Problem, reaction, solution.
Yep.
You know?
Back in 2nd Esdras 15 and verse 8.
So the Spirit's got us kind of going into really how Babylon's going to get turned out here economically, socially, and with the public. You know? Public water supply. Yep. It's going down, man. It's going to go down crazy.
Man.
And a lot of people are going to conform through fear.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people are going to conform through fright, fear, and scare tactics. You know? Yep. Well, they showed you that in Fear Factor. They made you eat bugs and shit to survive, to win money.
Making you sleep in the bed of snakes.
Yep.
Come on, man. 2nd Esdras 15 and verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more.
Good.
As touching their wickedness, right? But the Lord is fed up with this place. See that, and that's why constantly says in the Bible, it says that the Lord's the Most High's indignation. You see, the Lord is about to do a number upon, you know, Babylon, but not only Babylon, but the inhabitants of Babylon.
Exactly.
He's about to get judged. That's why it says in Hosea 4:1. It says that the Most High has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. You see, people out here, they're unruly, man. They don't know what's about to happen. You see, and that's going back to early, you know, we have the 411.
Right.
So they're just dog food, man. They're open season.
Yeah, they are dog food. Let me get that for you.
Yep.
Hosea 4:1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
Yep, and that word controversy, I believe it means like strife or like case at law. So people here, you got a rude awakening coming from on high. You see, people about to die of starvation. They about to commit cannibalism. They about to get shot down. Everything's about to happen here in America.
Suicides.
Yeah, suicide. Oh, now I believe there's a study saying that now, like in today's generation of teenagers, suicide is at an all-time high, and depression.
Well, that's the fruit of the New World Order ruling, where it says that the state will raise your children.
Yeah.
Look at what the state of your children from the state taking care of them. You know? Oh, I think I like girls. Shut your ass up. Go do some dishes. That people need to be rebuked.
I'm depressed.
It's too soft here. That's the problem. You know? It's like, people are like, he said retard. Bitch, I'm still being called a nigga.
Right.
You still got black and brown people in the same position.
Right.
Your social, the uplifting of social society is backwards.
Yes.
It's backwards here.
Yes.
Their main focus is on giving left-handed rights.
Yes.
Oh, now Edomites are identifying as handicapped.
Yeah,
They're getting surgeries to become handicapped.
Yep.
Man, you being cursed with madness. The curses is on you, man. That's the curses, because then with the opioid and all that, the curses is falling on their ass, man.
Because what it says, health is wealth.
Yep.
It's one thing to be healthy, and then another thing to be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life.
It says that a good estate of the body is better than riches.
Yeah.
Come on, man, I know that. You could have $1 million, but you got bad knees.
Yeah.
What you gonna do with them? What you gonna do?
Shit.
Yeah. You're limited.
You gonna put that stack of money to raise your knee up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or like this. How about you win a lottery today and then tomorrow you can get fucking sick and die?
Yep.
Right.
What you gonna do with the money then?
It's true.
And it says.
Oh, a little more.
Oh, it's like okay.
It says because there is no truth.
Yep, no truth. All right, everything here that we have been raised upon, you know, and based upon is a damn lie, man. You see, I didn't know that I was Israelite. You know, I didn't know nothing because Esau's a deceiver. Everything here is a fable.
You're just black.
You see,
Don't they tell you
how the
that?
fuck am I just the color? Excuse my language. How much is the color? Come on, man.
Total recall here.
It's more that meets the eye, right? Exactly.
Total recall.
You're just black.
Yep. No. You come from just slaves only. Just slaves?
Hey, you're black, but she's a queen. You're black. Go back to sleep.
Right, here's Starbucks coffee and Chipotle.
You're just black. It's all good.
Man.
Nothing to see here, brother. You're just black. You know?
And
you're just black in white America.
Yep.
You come from slaves, but you're just black. Go work at Wendy's. Go pay your bill. I'm pulling you over, nigga. Your license is expired. You know? You're just black.
You could be like Jordan. You could play ball.
That's it. You're just black. I'm sorry,
brother.
brother.
And that's why a great fear is falling upon them. Not only upon the people out here, but starting off with those elites.
Yeah, but we see Esau.
But ground level, though, they're fucking scared. Like, what's going on over there? Those 4 black guys.
He's not sagging.
But guess what? You gotta worry about just us. You got brothers everywhere. The apostles, the elders, the bishops, they everywhere. Not only in America, they in Suriname, Mexico, Australia, UK. You see, they're scared. And that's why they say, nah, you just a nigga. Nah, go play ball, go rap. They scared of this awakening. That's why he says they gonna come upon us with great wrath. You see?
Yeah, it's a short time. It says, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land.
Man, in what land? This land, America,
In
man.
context, it was talking about ancient Israel.
Right.
But now it's here.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of things that you look that happened ancient that's happening all over again. Just like time of Ezra.
Yep.
The transition from the Babylon to Persian and the rebuilding is happening all over again.
Yeah.
You know?
Let me back on that point though. Also with Esau too, Esau smiling your face and shit from ear to ear and shit, but let that motherfucker like piss him off though.
Yeah.
He's gonna show you his true colors.
Hell yeah.
When you want him up and make him look stupid, all he does is rage. The scripture said, why does the heathen rage?
Yeah.
You make that motherfucker mad, oh man, it's over.
Well, that's why these people are afraid, because with us waking up, it's showing how low of a level they're on.
Yeah.
These people are really on a low level.
Yes,
Because,
right.
see, he calls you black so he can say, I'm white.
Yep.
I'm white. I would never do that. I'm white. So you not calling yourself black, then that makes you say, well, then what are you?
Right.
If I'm not black, what are you then? You see?
Yep. Exactly.
I remember one Edomite, I told him I was an Israelite. He said,
Oh, wow.
I'm fucked.
Oh, wow.
Quite a few of them said that. I'm fucked.
Well, guess what? Hey, real quick, I got a point real quick.
Yeah.
Lamentations 4 and 21. Because they are fucks, you see? Lamentations 4 and verse 21, it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz.
Yeah, and that's one thing you got to learn is truth too. Hey, let them have it.
Yeah.
You know, let them have it. Let them smile.
Yep.
You know, I work for Edomites. I work at an Edomite home. I got you. We take care of it. Why not? The Lord rebuked Jake for rebelling against the king of Babylon. So we can't be out here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're in captivity.
Yeah.
So if you know what's next, we don't need a personal vengeance.
Right.
Vengeance is the Lord's.
That's right.
You know? So I be learning from certain people I work with, you know, where they work for Esau, they don't be tripping when they're his servant. So you gotta learn when to be a servant. You're a servant of the Lord. You know what I mean? So you learn, you know, you gotta do your job, you know, get in, get out, don't have an attitude. You know, because me personally, whether what nation you are, if I go in a place of business to spend my money, when I spend Caesar's money that he gave me, and you're not doing your fucking job, you need to get fired. Because nobody needs to work with somebody with an attitude. You know what I mean? You need to do your job.
Toxic.
So like us, we need to do our job. And the scriptures say when you do a job, you're supposed to do it with all your might. So hey, do it right. Was Nehemiah looking at the king like fucking Persian?
Nope.
No. Man, here's your cup. Why you sad? You know what I mean? But he was doing his job.
Yeah.
Daniel was in a high position. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Why were they in a high position? Because the Lord gave them wisdom, and then they used their wisdom within the heathens.
To please the king.
That's it.
To gain favor.
Exactly. So we're here to gain.
Yeah.
A good name's better than precious ointment.
Yeah.
So you brothers, you learn this truth. Have a good name amongst these people. Have a good name amongst Esau, amongst heathens. You know, that's wisdom. You know? You got something?
Yeah, no, the page just turned out of nowhere. I didn't peep it. Sorry, my bad.
Where we in? Oh, I'll keep reading.
Let me get the water.
Yep. You were in Lamentations.
Yeah.
This is Hosea 4:2. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood. Now that right there is the synopsis of the mindset of Jake here in America right now. Sex, gangbang, stealing, lying, murder, death, kill, murder, Inc.
Unprotected sex.
Yeah, unprotected
like
sex.
Blood touching, yeah.
Yeah, well, the blood touches blood is Jake, black on black crime,
yeah.
black evil eye towards a brother.
Right.
You know, because blood, my blood, bone to my bone.
Yeah.
You know,
Brother.
right?
And it says, back in Lamentations 4:21, it says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee.
Now Jeremiah 29, I believe, goes into the Lord's cup of wrath.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? If you want to
does.
get that.
Yep.
So the Lord has a cup. We were going into it before. The Lord has a cup. Hey, the Lord ain't give him the cup to sip yet. So let him enjoy his red Solo and beer pong. You know what I mean?
Jeremiah 29.
Yeah, it should be 29. Because it goes into the enchanters. Yeah.
Okay,
You could just start up. Because let me see. If you started the 70 years, that's when Jeremiah prophesies.
Okay, yep.
And then, yeah, just start, you just find somewhere to start. Yeah. Start at 15.
I got you.
At 15.
Jeremiah 29 and 15.
I think that's it.
And it says, are you talking about the one when it gave all the names of the nations?
And the kings? Is that 25 then?
I think it's 25.
Okay.
Yeah, 25.
Because Jeremiah 29 and 25 go together because they both prophesize about the Jeremiah saying that Babylon will fall in 70 years. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, man, get into the history. You start hey, what did elder apostles say? You want to understand the mystery, you got to know the history. And we've been getting, the Spirit has been having us go into the history, and it's just mind-blowing. You know? 25, let me see. Yeah, see, yep. Yeah. You can start at 14 if you want, or wherever, you know?
Okay. This Jeremiah 25 and verse 14. And it says, for many nations and great kings shall serve themselves with them also, and I will recompense them according to their deeds and according to the works of their own hands.
So the Lord going to do that. And we witnessed that. Romans 9 goes into how the Lord raised up the king of Pharaoh. Yep. You had the Assyrians that transitioned to the Babylonians with their kings. And the Lord humbled Nebuchadnezzar, had him beast-like, you know? Yep. He made Belteshazzar's knees buckle. He was like, oh, shit. When they wrote on the wall, he wrote in Paleo-Hebrew. He wrote, and then was fire about how the Lord had the writing on the wall for ancient Babylon before it was destroyed, or before it was taken over. In modern day, you had a scientist put his head in a reactor like CERN. Yeah. He said he got hit with a particle, and all he heard was tickle. Many tickle. You've been found wanted. He said, we've reached God. And the only thing he told him was, yo ass, you about to be judged.
Man.
That's heavy.
Man.
A scientist got hit with a particle, and he said he heard basically a Bible verse.
And don't they show you that in that movie with Jodie Foster? It's called Contact.
Oh, they made contact? Right.
Contact what? Try contact something that's above them.
Yo, did you hear about the brother saying about the cigar-like UFO,
yes,
and then the black angels came out?
Yeah. And then now Pentagon is going in more and more about UFOs. Yep. More and more. Which they called them Foo Fighters in World War I think. Because it's recorded in history that UFOs helped in one of the wars. Wow. Just like the chariots of Israel, Maccabees, right? They helped in the time of Maccabees. Yep. So that proves that the angels, because they also call them terrible men, they're warriors. Yep. So they help in times of war. There was a rocket that was going to get shot off, and then they saw a laser hit it, and it malfunctioned. You know? Man. Oh, well, you know what proves that the angels are doing that? In Revelation 14, it says there's an angel going around with the everlasting gospel. So this is why we're able to speak and teach, because we're being moved in the spirit. They're spirits, so we're being moved. Right. Yep. Possession on the right hand side.
Controlled right now.
Get it for him, Rev 14. And then we'll go back to our point. We said the same thing we read it. We was like, oh, wow.
Brother Gazak said that in the dream. He said he seen a black guy, like an angel with right here. He was doing, he was
puppet master.
Yeah,
see?
He was doing this, like.
See?
Yep.
Now, Revelation 14 and verse 7. Oh, 9.
6.
Oh, sorry, 6. Okay. Yes, 6. It says, and I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel.
So John is standing there, and he's seeing an angel flying, and he's flying with the everlasting gospel. What are we preaching? The gospel. The good news.
The everlasting gospel.
Glad tidings to the brokenhearted, to those that are bound and captive.
Yep.
We're being freed in the spirit.
Yep.
You know? Well, all of these people, man, are just numbers falling. Numbers falling, man. Mm-hmm. Even Cypher knew that.
Yep.
Yep. Which, a fun fact with the Matrix is Morpheus is Yahweh Shai, Neo's Peter, Cypher is Judas, and Trinity is wisdom. When you watch it. Yeah. Because for Neo to get power, Morpheus had to die. Remember he said, for me to believe, Morpheus had to die. Remember they had him hemmed up?
Yep.
So that's Peter.
Yeah, he was being beaten by the Romans.
Yeah, and he was denying it.
Yeah.
Like Peter denied, he was denying it.
Yeah.
And when you watch the movie, Cypher was already causing trouble from the beginning. Remember, in the first scene, she's talking to him on the phone and she says, did you hear that? Are you sure this line's secured? Then the next scene is them coming to her in the room. That's because Cypher had her ass tapped.
Yep.
He was trying to get them all killed from the jump.
That was Judas?
Yeah.
Judas is scary.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he'll be in the kingdom. He'll be fine. He's just playing out a role too.
Yep.
You know, just a fun fact. When the spirit on me, sometimes I have fun facts. You know?
And it says, to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every man and kindred and tongue and people, and saying with a loud voice, fear the Most High and give glory to Him.
See, and that's why we're moved. Hey man, you better fear the Lord. Hey man, it's not Christ. It's Yahweh Shem Shai.
Right.
That's why the Spirit be on us doing that. Because read it from the top again. This is what John saw. We're doing it.
Yep.
What John saw, we're the fruit of that prophecy. That's why brothers are moved in the Spirit. You know?
Yep. And it said, verse 6, and I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel.
He had the everlasting gospel.
To preach unto them.
To preach, to prophesy, to say before.
That dwell on the earth.
To you Israelites that are scattered abroad, greeting.
And to every nation. And kindred. And tongue and people.
Wherever Israel is. The innumerable multitude. The 1/3. The elect. Wherever they were. See? Keep going.
Saying with a loud voice, fear the Most High. And give glory to Him. For the hour of His judgment is come, and worship Him that made heaven and earth and the sea.
See? Hey, worship Yahweh Shem Shai. We ain't come from monkeys. Hell no, the evolution is false. You ain't laying on the moon. We're dealing with the God of heaven and earth.
Right.
No one else is.
Big bang.
Right. But there is about to be a big bang. There's about to be a big bang. A big bada boom.
Right.
People can't see it. America's going to be destroyed. It's going to be, this place is going to be taken out.
Yep.
America's about to be destroyed.
Yep. Yep. You see his face? He said, yep.
Now he turned the music down. That was an Israelite.
Yep.
Huh?
It's like, tell me more.
Yeah. And then when you really look at it, we could jump back now. That was it, right?
Yeah.
Because we wanted to give that for y'all. When you really look at it, there ain't shit here for you to be tempted by.
There's nothing.
You've had sex. You've eaten. You know, you went to the punk ass club, stupid ass movies, date night. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've done all that shit.
Oh man, this
you
shit
know?
is done.
You're trying to tempt you. That shit, man. I'm fasting.
All right, man, get your weak ass out of here. America's weak sauce.
The age of information.
Exactly.
There's nothing hidden no more.
No. It's not alluring.
Yeah.
You got big bitches, sorry, brothers and sisters, but this big bitch, you got Lizzo, Lizard to Lizzo, right? Hippo to Hippo. She's out here being flaunted, keeping big black woman big.
Big Shirley.
You know what I'm saying? You can't see that shit? Drewski, right?
Oh, man.
Drunk Drewski with the fat blonde hair nigga.
Yep.
You can't see this? It's almost blatant. It's almost disrespectful how he's bringing it to you. You know?
When they say you're trying to insult my intelligence.
Exactly.
Yeah, yep.
Exactly. So that's how we feel with the tempting. the hour of temptation, trying to insult my intelligence, man. You know?
Back in Jeremiah 25 and verse 15.
But that's only because the Lord gave us eyes to see. That's why our King, our Savior, Yahweh Shai, King of Kings, might I add,
Lords, right.
said, blessed your eyes for you see, and your ears because you hear. You see? So we're blessed. And you got other people bowing down. You had the black woman bow down to that sausage finger Edomite nigga, King Charles.
Yep.
He's got on her knees, praising, walked over to him and shit.
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen, working.
Yeah,
You had white people, you had Edomites looking at her like,
Bitch, get your ass
bitch, make them grits.
up. Mammy.
Mammer, you mamser. Bitch, a mamser.
But then on the flip side, you had the
Elzar
Pope
came out.
kissing feet over there. Remember that video of him kissing the feet of
Yep.
black
Yep.
whoever in Africa? he was
Well, you
over
just
there?
you just had Putin. It's going viral how he gave one of his generals a picture of Yahweh Shai. He's depicted
Yeah.
as dark skin.
Yeah,
You know? And then he got the hair down like this. Jake be having that, the two braids,
Yeah.
you know?
Cherry curl drip.
Yeah, right? After you get off the couch, you see the...
That's curl print. Yeah, the glow.
Yup.
The soul glow.
Keep reading, brother.
Yeah, and it says, for thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, unto me, take the wine cup of this fury.
You just read that in Lamentations, right?
Yep. Yep.
You know?
The cup.
Hey,
Take
we drink wine over here, you know?
Good stuff.
Yeah, you gotta drink wine. I had to learn that. You had to, because you know they used to give us beer in Egypt,
Yeah.
and I could see after a hard day a nice cold beer, but the beer on this side is trash, and you gotta stay in shape. You gotta get your, as a man, you know, I really learned that because we're only getting older. You know what I mean? This flesh, you gotta keep this shit on one. So I had a brothers, I was probably get some beer or get some wine. I ain't getting wine. I was cutting the wine after the Passover, man. I ain't look back. The wine's where it's at. You get a good bottle, you're straight, man.
Yeah.
You're good.
Because what the beer got yeast and shit.
Yeah,
That
bloating.
Beer belly.
Yeah.
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 You know,
Beer belly.
and it gets some good wine. It's cheap. You know, you drink Taylor Port. There's better wine than stronger.
You got different ports.
Yeah, you got different ports. Go to
Taylor
different
Port,
ports.
That was just that, you know, just my sort of. You know, I got some of that what you call that sangria, Colorasi.
Yeah.
You know, that pink wine.
Yeah.
I drink.
We'll send you some pictures, brother. They got
Right.
some real good wine.
Yeah, Between 7,
Yeah.
John Croft, real good port wine.
Yeah, ports are important. You know,
It's
because
in Italy.
some tribes got dropped off at different ports.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that wine is used for culinary purposes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in food.
Cherry
Exactly.
wine.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
And it says, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it.
Right. It's like when I'm being a little funny, but like when Tyrone, he had the gun and then he gave it to Debo. So the Lord telling Jeremiah, like, take this cup and give it to him.
Yeah.
So we taking and how we give it to you by prophesizing.
Yep.
We telling you, here you go, because only Alexander did. Alexander the Great listened to the Levites. It's in the Josephus, but for the majority parts, all the other heathen kings that listened, like Belshazzar listened to Daniel. That's why he was afraid with the scriptures written. Pharaoh finally listened to Moses and Aaron.
Yeah.
Cyrus, you know, Cyrus listened. So really, these kings, these presidents, if they were really on a level, they'd want to get advisory from us. You know, apostles, the elders. You know what I'm saying? Like us specifically.
I know.
But brothers, the prophets.
Yeah.
That's who you really should be talking to. If you want to know the 411, you should be getting it from a brother, a man of the Lord. Because even Christians, you know what a modern day Christian is today? He's a fucking conspiracy theorist. You
Yes.
ever meet I met a Christian the other day. He was cool. You know, he proceeded to be an Edomite. He was cool with me. I said, yeah, I'm a Christian. Tell people you're Christian. I tell people I'm a Christian. Hey, man, I'm a Christian. Get away from me with that. For real. You can tell people you're a Christian.
They'll leave you alone.
But he was like, oh, you a Christian? Oh, it's good to have a brother in the faith. Then he started just bugging out. He was telling me about a machine that God made that could lower your heaven credit score. You know, he was crazy. I'm like, he ain't bringing one scripture. So I just let him talk. But if you notice, these Christians today, they're just conspiracy theorists. They're not in the Bible. You know, they'll stand on it. They'll do it like this. See how Kratos holding it? That's as far as they'll go with it.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna crack it open and explain what they're saying.
Yeah.
They're more like most of them, even like Christians. They more like science is their religion.
Yes, yeah, they're like witchy.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And it says, verse 16, Jeremiah 25:16, and they shall drink and
Which I'm sorry, brother. Which these Christians today, they're nothing more than the woman at the well. Like when we got kicked out the land and the heathens brought people in, they said we serve on this hill. So they're like them. But we know who we worship.
Yeah.
So they don't know who they're worshiping.
You came late.
You
Like
know what
we've
I mean?
been here. You know what I mean? That's how Christians are.
Yeah.
You know, that's that prideful shit anyway. But no, you're not. No, you're not. And it says, and they shall drink and be moved and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them. The judgment.
Yeah.
See, that's why it says with that Jeremiah 4:7. It says Yahweh Shai is come from his thinker to destroy the Gentiles.
Yeah.
You know?
Which that was Nebuchadnezzar, but we use that.
Right.
Just like in Isaiah 45 about Cyrus rebuilding, we could use that for the Lord too.
Right.
On this side. Because he did that then. But remember Yahweh Shai said, you know, they'll be destroyed, they'll raise up in 3 days, talk about himself. But the ultimate rebuilding is gonna come through the King of Kings decree.
Right.
See, Cyrus was a king that made a decree. Isaiah 10 speaks about woe to you to make unrighteous decrees. Wait till we get decrees from Yahweh Shai.
And it's heavy. I'm sorry, it's sloggy too. And it's heavy too because where's the new temple at? You know, like where it's at, the location at, at the time, Jerusalem. You see, and that's why it says New Jerusalem. You see, so we gonna like you say, Yahweh Shai is gonna give us that, you know, the green light. You see, so that's why it says New Jerusalem, the third temple. Exactly.
Yep.
Every brother is a stone within that this building, the house of David.
Yep.
You see.
Yahweh Shai is the chief cornerstone.
Exactly. He's the foundation.
Foundation.
We rejoice when the foundation got laid.
Yeah.
You know, and you're gonna have heathens. Trust me, they're gonna be in a spirit. They're not gonna buck up like Esau does.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna be in the right spirit of reverencing. You know, it'll take time. It'll take time, of course, but ultimately, they're gonna be for us. They're gonna want to be for us. That's why that woman, well, she was probably a Persian, Iranian. She said, "I heard you don't know who you are."
Yep.
She was in the right spirit. You know,
Come back.
You got heathen women in more of a right spirit than our own women.
She was beautiful.
Yeah,
too.
she was beautiful.
Man, I love foreign-looking women.
Yep.
But also too, it says that in the beginning the world was without form and it was void. So the foundation of the world had to be laid.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
It's spiritual that sign keep getting pushed over.
Yeah.
You know, because hey,
He's done.
Esau's through, man.
Don't nobody believe on Jesus. Where is he at?
JC. What's gonna do, JC?
Right though?
Yeah, he's somewhere in the flea market.
Right.
And land back what you were saying about that cornerstone, that Yahweh Shai is the chief cornerstone. He's that same stone that broke the 10 toes from the statue.
Yes.
Daniel.
Yes.
Daniel.
The rock formed without hands.
I'll get that real quick.
And what's the 10 toes today?
That's on the beast, the NATO.
Yep. NATO EU. That's it. So that means he's coming in this time, and they're ruling. And that proves Esau is the white man, because it says Esau is the end of the world. The end is the feet. And we know in fighting, you take out the feet, you take out the knee, you take out the legs.
That's the spirit, because when I was on, martial art, my seafood teacher, he was teaching me how he was doing a certain move. He was telling me to grab the back of the heel and just hold.
Yeah, Jacob.
Yep.
Jacob grabbed Esau's heel.
Yep.
You know, wrestling. You grab that heel, you pull him.
Yep.
So I grab a dog.
This is the book of Daniel 2. I'll start for
Start up.
Yeah, let me start.
Where else we gotta be? We in Jerusalem.
I'll
You
start-
brothers know what I mean. You know what I mean?
I'll start at 36.
We'll be back in Babylon, like an hour. But we in Jerusalem spiritually right now, which proves the third temple spiritual.
Right,
You know?
exactly, right. The
We
secret place, man.
building right now.
Yeah,
Hey, you
man.
brothers too, and you sisters, you building with us. So shalom, shalom, Yeah, don't let this place tear you down, man.
Oh, man, I
Don't
gotta
let
go.
this place get you. You say no more, man. Cause I know shit sucks sometimes. I be having some hard ass fucking days here, man, and we just still fighting that shit off.
That's it. I mean, every day ain't gonna be the same.
You in
person.
captivity.
Yeah.
You in prison.
In hell.
Yeah. You go through things.
And
okay?
it's building blocks to our character.
Yeah.
You know?
But what they say is it's not just the destination, it's the journey.
That's what I've been saying.
These are memories you have when you sit back in a comfortable state. You'll be like, damn, remember that bullshit happened?
Good.
You know what I mean?
See?
But yeah, I'm here sipping.
Hey, enjoy the adventure.
Yeah, the adventure.
I used to be just like this and run home and do nothing.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, man, got the Lord, got the brothers. You know what I mean? What's that, Moab? Okay.
Right.
Like, you know?
The scenic route.
Yeah. I ain't get paid as much as I wanted. Shit. The Lord got me.
Right.
You know?
Hey, what's that parable how Shaq put forth? He said, the kingdom of heaven is as a long journey.
Right.
Yeah.
He said, really, it's a long journey. It's like you said, it's building blocks.
The race isn't given to the swift.
What the elders say, the apostles say, it's not a marathon.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not a sprint.
Yep.
Well, no, it's not a sprint.
It's not to the swift.
You know?
Yeah.
We know what you mean.
Yeah.
I'm starting 36 because it goes to the.
We want all them empires.
Goes to the
We want all of them. We was in all of them. We was in all these empires. Hey, and it was the Lord's will. We was in there raising hell.
Yep.
We know the Romans didn't like us. You know, the Spirit of the Lord got us. You think like that. Like, man, shit, if we was in the time of Maccabees,
Oh,
you know?
man.
But then at the same time, the Lord got it to where we know how to maneuver in captivity too. It's stages, it's growth. 3 years ago, I was like, fuck you white people. Now I'm like, hey, what's up, Jim? All right, I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
Seriously, though.
You got to learn that.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, when I first came in, I couldn't even go in public. Yeah. I was like y'all. I couldn't remember. Hey, brothers, it's all good, brother. I'm like, man, this bitch getting close. Like, yo, chill out. You got to learn to chill.
Yeah.
You gotta respect the brothers that are over us that have been doing it longer, man. Because you really like, wow.
Yeah, man. Because once you are woken, like you come out just
Swinging.
Yeah. I remember because I got put into the truth. You know, I was still in college. I wrote on the board. I said the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are Israelites. You know what I mean?
Back and
but
erased.
I came back and she was erased.
Right.
Lord didn't want that.
I was tripping.
Yeah.
You know, like what you doing,
It's
man?
a zeal.
Yeah, the zeal.
Hey, you come into this truth with a zeal and still lack knowledge. We're still learning.
Yeah.
You know, you get to a point where it settles, but you're still learning. Let's get this though.
This is the book of Daniel 2. Daniel 2 and verse 36. I'm gonna go to verse 45.
We lucky we ain't in Daniel 7.
Oh man.
You don't want to go to Daniel 5. Hey man, history's where it's at.
Man.
Because you can pull out history today. You know?
Daniel 2 and 36. This is the dream. And we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. Thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the God of heaven hath given thee a kingdom, power and strength and glory.
See, the Lord sets up. Time and chance is given to all men. So time and chance has been given to all of them. They all been ruled, even Esau. You can't say you didn't bless him.
Yeah.
The fatness of the earth.
Yep.
He got the oil. You know what I mean? Sudan. He's got the dollar. He's got the sword. You can't say you ain't get yours. Now it's time for us to get ours. You know?
Right is right.
Yeah.
Wrong is wrong.
The Lord is a fair God.
Yeah, he's fair. He's a fair God.
And it says, verse 38, and wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the heaven hath he given into thine hand, and hath made thee ruler over them all.
Right, as far as the eye can see, you rule. You know, like in Lion King, he told Simba, as far as you can see, this is yours. So Daniel's telling the king that. And I think this is Nebuchadnezzar he's talking to.
Yeah, Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah, this isn't even his son yet.
It's not those.
He's speaking, it's not. He's speaking to Nebuchadnezzar right now. You know?
And it says, and hath made thee a ruler over them all. Thou art this head of gold.
Right. He's the head. Like Esau, we tell you, hey man, you've ruled. You've able to get this land. You've able to conquer it. You've brought in world peace. You've done it. You've done what you've desired to do. But the scriptures say he wants more than heart could wish. But him wanting more than heart could wish is leading to prophecy being fulfilled of the MOTB, of the third war. So he has to be hungry with greed that this third war could come to pass, because what other country's trying to bring in world war other than Esau? You see?
Verse 39, and it says, and after thee shall rise another kingdom inferior to thee, And another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth.
Babylon.
And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces, and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these.
Sounds like
Rome.
It's Rome, yeah, the Iron Age.
Yep.
You see?
Yep.
Because you got the Golden Age, Bronze Age, then the Iron Age. And that was the Romans.
Yep.
And it says, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes.
Uh-oh. No, you got it.
Yep. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. That's going in right now, because America is Rome all over again. Yep. But it's not as strong as ancient Rome. And you know, and being that it's mixed with clay is not strong. You see, it's weaker.
Brexit.
Yeah. Yep.
Brexit leaving. Oh, and now you got 19 other countries that want to join Russia. So it's about to be the BRICS. Yep. You know what I mean, though? Like, it's going to be elongated. Man. More nations are, and that Ezekiel 38 being a guard under them. Yep. You know? So, because I got the thing right here. Oh, yeah. It says, the head of fine gold. Gold signifies power and glory. In Daniel's time, Babylon was the most powerful and wealthy kingdom the ancient Near East has seen. That's why it makes sense that this is called Mystery Babylon, because this is the most powerful and wealthy kingdom out of all of them, right? Then it says chest and arms of silver is the Medes and the Persians, which the Medes were Japhet, and then the Persians, right? And it says Medo-Persian Empire, together they defeated Babylon. And it says belly and thighs of bronze. Bronze was lesser value than gold or silver, symbolizing this kingdom's inferior status. Legs of iron, feet of iron and clay. This divided kingdom was strong as iron, but was mixed with clay, a weaker substance. Strong nations, weak nations. See? It says the Bible doesn't specifically identify this kingdom.
See? That's the whore, man. Mystery Babylon.
But most scholars believe it to be the Roman Empire.
But it is, but it's not the actual Rome. It's the Rome all over again.
Right. It's the beast with the 10 horns.
Yeah.
You know, like in Daniel 7 and Rev 13. So it's a conglomerate of Esau. So when you go down the list, it's the Lord gave the last ruling empires to Esau.
Yeah, Greeks, Romans, up to now.
Yeah, Greeks, Romans in America, the feet. So you keep going.
Yep. And it says, verse 42, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay.
Part of the beast, part of Esau, part of this attempt of a new world order.
Yep. So the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken.
See, keep going.
And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with the miry clay, thou shalt mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And in those days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
Oh, that's our kingdom.
Yep.
The third temple.
That's right.
Because the temple being rebuilt, it's establishing our relationship with the Lord.
Right.
Us back in the land, us ruling. You know, that's why I believe the first thing that was built was like the walls.
Yeah.
You know, they had to build the walls to get us fortified, get us to be holy.
Yeah.
What we're doing right here is re-attempting to be a holy nation to the Lord. That's why I said there was no guile found in our mouth.
Right.
You see, because they don't got no idols, no gods, no heathen crap, no American ideology. No, we're strictly what the Lord wants.
Yeah. And that's one thing too, like the Lord, because even though like right now we're low, but really us as a nation, starting off with the elect, how it's shot the elect, the Lord is like, he made us like to be the epitome of human civilization, like how it's supposed to be ran.
Get that. Is that Deuteronomy 4 and 6, where the nation shall see and say, surely this is a wise, Hey, that's what you want, is when you're dealing with somebody, you really want them to be more in the spirit of like, wow, that was.
What's up, dude?
What's up? You just recording us? That's how you do. That's how you live. You can say hi or ask permission.
I'm sorry, dude.
I say you just coming up to record us?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just listening to music and. Yeah.
All right, have fun. So what you really want is when you dealing with these people, what you want more is a situation where you're using wisdom over them, like a situation like that.
Yeah.
You see, we know what you're doing. You see these people?
People over there.
These people are crazy.
Like,
See, they lie.
Yeah.
They got no honor. You know.
it's probably a fucking transformer. Deuteronomy 4:6. Keep
But
their
that shows you the level of Americans where they just go up to someone and record in their face. They don't talk to you. There's no communication, the social skills of Americans are garbage.
it depleted.
It's garbage.
Yeah.
They just stare at you. You know?
The decorum, the manner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, Esau got them zonked out.
They're zoinked
They're
out.
zonked the fuck out, man.
What's up, dude?
How you doing, Jim? And they just walk off. That's how.
Not only did I say something because I saw her recording us.
Yeah.
And people walk by us all the time. You brother see, we don't pay him no mind.
But they don't do that shit like that.
Yeah.
Shit, she had to get, put exposed. Deuteronomy 4:6, it says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding, and the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
And there's times where you have that, where I've, said something and they say, oh, wow, that makes sense. That's what you really want. If you deal with people, not that you're casting your pearls among swine, but like situations or how to handle something, you bring wisdom or light to the situation. Like me, it's on my spirit to be a peacemaker. I'm dealing with my neighbor. He's got an issue with the other neighbor. Instead of me like, fuck him up. Like, no, man, this shit ain't worth it, bro.
Yeah.
No. So be peacemakers out here. Don't be no fucking demon, Because really what we're doing right now is attempting to show the Lord that we're Israel of God. We're all Israelites. We can say that, but are you Israel of God?
Right.
That's why he said King David was after my heart. So you want to be after what's right, not what's right in your eyes, not your own individual gain,
Exactly.
Self-righteous, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Self-willed.
Will.
You don't want to be self-willed,
Back in Daniel 2 and 44, Daniel 2 and verse 44, and in those days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
Which reminds me of Psalms 50. It says, you want to grab it? It says, I will set them in order before thy eyes.
Gotcha.
Talking about Esau, like that Edomite that walked by, right? That was an Edomite that walked by. We're being set in order for dumbass eyes, which are just bottom level people. We deal with it. But we're being set in order. That's why people look. That's why they watch. Because they're all out of fucking order. They're all out of whack. They're all zonked out their fucking mind. They're through. Sorry for my language. But these people are finished. So they're seeing order and they're like, wait a minute. Something's being established and it's not by white people?
Yep.
White man's not sponsoring you? Right?
Yep.
The spirit been really on me about initiative. Like, you do it. Don't wait for someone to be it. Do it now. Be the reason why it's being done. Instead of, that's what Haggai was doing. He got Jake back and, man, get your ass up and build, man, the Lord with us. Bump what they said. Because that's why when you read the book of Haggai was raised up because Jake got threatened to stop building by the heathens.
Got discouraged, man.
Yeah, well, they got, remember, with force.
Yeah.
So they came up on him.
He said, stop building.
Yeah, stopped them. So the Lord raised up Haggai and said, no, keep building. The Lord with us. And then they kept building. Then when the heathens came back, like, yo, why y'all building? They gave him the breakdown like Cyrus told us to build. Then they went into the record, and not only did Cyrus tell us to build, they said, give us the expenses from the king's treasury, and if somebody hinders them, hang their ass with the wood that I gave them. So you gotta be in the spirit. You gotta, trust the Lord. It'll work out. Oh man, my video got took. Then make another one.
Yep.
They burnt Jeremiah's book. He went and wrote another one.
Yep.
Don't be getting discouraged. Don't be just simply, oh well, guess I gotta go.
Don't be an Eeyore, man. Don't be an Eeyore.
You gotta fight through that shit. You work and you learn that working out. I'm working out and it's like doing a set. Once you do the first one or the first rep, you like shit, 24 more ain't nothing. Then you get to 10 more. Now it's 5. Now it's 3. Now it's done. See? Break that shit down. Like the Lord breaking this place down.
Yeah, the hardest part is getting it mentally in your mind to motivate the body to move.
Exactly.
It starts here first.
You know what? You know what the biggest step is? The first step.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
The biggest step is just the first one. After that, you're gone.
Yeah.
You know?
This is the book of Psalm 50 and verse 21. These things hast thou done.
Esau, slander. 20, go to 20.
Got you. Psalm 50 and verse 20. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son.
Yeah, Esau be slandering Jake. And Vocab's a slanderer.
Yes.
And y'all know what his name's John Mark Reiser, right? Yep. But you know his name, Vocab Malone, it's actually Vocab Mal one. It's not Malone, it's Mal one. And Mal means evil. Vocab the evil one.
It's that word,
like malicious,
yeah.
malnutritious.
Yeah,
Yeah, see?
Malice.
So it's not Malone, it's Mal one. That's an Edomite.
Yeah.
That's an Edomite.
Edomite.
Edom.
You know?
Verse 21, it says, these things hast thou done,
Esau.
and I kept silence.
Raise it, raise it. It said in Obadiah, you shouldn't have sat there. The Lord raised up Obadiah to rebuke Esau for actually helping in the Babylonians destroying us. Like, you were his brother. You weren't supposed to do that, you know? So it's heavy how the Lord did it, because the Lord didn't make Esau like, oh, white and black people are the two top nations together. They're going to conquer the world.
Right.
The Lord made it to where it's pro and antagonist. You know, protagonists, antagonists. But they're brothers. But the Lord separated them. He gave Jacob the election and denied Esau. You know?
And it says, thou thoughtest that I was altogether such a one as thyself.
That's why Manifest Destiny. God gave us this. Watch the movie Bone Tomahawk.
Bone Tomahawk.
Bone Tomahawk
Bone
with Kurt Russell. You know? They show you that in that movie where the Edomites were walking up on like 3 or 4 Issacharites, like priests, weren't they?
Yeah.
And then they blew him away.
Tall as hell, man.
And you know what he said to him? He said, well, we just introduced him to Manifest Destiny.
Yep.
Because Manifest Destiny was Esau expanding his providence from the East Coast to the West Coast. Remember, that's where you got Plymouth Rock, Massachusetts, because remember, they landed on the East Coast, right? Yeah, they landed on the East Coast. Then over time, from the 13 colonies, they expanded. That's why you got the Wild Wild West, the Gold Rush, Zorro, and shit like that.
49ers and
yeah,
shit.
the 49ers.
Yep.
I think it went into their belief of their God-given right
Yeah.
to do it. Also, it goes into that pursuit of liberty, pursuit of happiness, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness.
Read it again. Exactly. Watch. So he was saying God did this, which he did, but watch.
Psalm 50 and 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silent.
See, these things hast thou done, and I kept silent.
Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself.
So Esau actually thinks the Lord's with him. Edomite Christians really think the Lord's with him. They really think God's white.
The deceiver.
They really think God's white. For real.
The deceive are his.
Wait
man.
till you see big black guys coming from the sky. You know?
Yeah.
Right?
Right, evil and shit. And it says, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
Boom! I will set them in order. We're being set in order right now. We're not out here wilding, bunch of banshees and going crazy. We're in order. We're in our priestly garments. Really, we're in sackcloth. You know, we're mourning, bringing out scriptures, edification. Esau driving by with Mountain Dew falling out his mouth. You don't know what's going on because we're being set in order. Because if you drive just a little further, niggas is still wilding. So you're like, wait a minute, what are they doing? We're being right, and the great fear fell upon them because you know the army. We rose up, and then we could finish Daniel.
Yep.
The great army rose up. Ezekiel 37 goes in that. Revelations 11. It all ties in. The cross references are real. You know, talking about Hebrew hopscotch. The Bible does that. We can't help that. The Bible. That's how the Bible was written.
Precept upon precept. Yeah.
You're a little demon.
Hair a little, and there a little.
They just try to control the narrative. How
Yep.
you supposed to read the
Yep.
Bible.
Yeah,
really,
exactly.
but it's clear, like, this how you connect the dots.
Exactly.
It's references. That's how you unlock it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even there's Bibles with precepts.
Exactly.
Within a precept,
Yep, exactly.
a verse.
Now this is the book of Revelation 11 and verse 11. And it says, and after 3 days and a half,
350 years.
the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them.
The spirit of life. We're
Man.
alive.
Woo.
You know, we were dead.
Man.
I was once lost, but now I'm found. You know, we were dead.
Spirit of life.
I be looking at Jakes. I'm like, oh man, just a lost sheep, man. Just lost. You know? You got sheeps, you got bulls. You know what I mean? Some Jakes lost sheep, some are just wild bulls.
Yeah.
You know?
And it says,
But you can feel it, you know? You can feel it. You can feel alive. Especially you go around other people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because with us being alive, we're not allowing Babylon to think for us. You know? You go to a restaurant, I want my entree first, then my appetizer. You know what I mean? They're like, we're not going according to what Babylon says. I'm just saying, use that as an example.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what you mean. And it says, from the Most High entered into them, and they stood up.
It entered into them because John saw the angel with the everlasting gospel. So the gospel's entered into us.
Right.
You know, you know, that light bulb effect.
Right.
You know?
Ding.
Right.
And it says, and they stood upon their feet.
Right, man, I gotta go teach.
Man.
Right? Are we not standing on our feet?
Yeah, man.
You know?
Oh, I love you about Shema Shai, about Shema.
We're standing up. What did he say? Stand up.
Doing the
Right? We're standing up, man.
And great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Oh shit. Oh shit, black and brown people.
Hey, they scared right now. Wait till how Shai come back.
Ooh!
That's right there.
But guess, I'm sorry, you got it, bro. You got it.
That right there just go with the chick. They just went past. She
Yeah.
recorded it.
Yeah, you saw
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I seen
Yeah,
what she was doing.
lying
Yeah.
ass.
Then she lied.
I seen her over there by the tree.
Then she lied to our face.
She lied to me on live television.
I'm not a liar like you.
Yep.
You liar. I don't like lying.
Yeah, man.
You know, lying lips is a sin. You know, like white skin.
Right. I'm gonna go to bad boys.
Oh, let him go. Let him go.
Yep.
Let him go by. Hey, you better watch the Bronx then.
Right. Now you can't sleep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hey, Jacob, Esau.
Right.
That was
Lame.
right there in Bronx still. The Italians was Jake.
Yep. Hell yeah.
It was Jake.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Jake.
Yep.
Fucking Hells Angels.
Yeah.
What are
Hey,
demons?
but, hey, it's gonna get bad ground level. You know, you got a lot of Jakes that gonna get swallowed up in that, man. You know, because you think about it, a lot of Jakes ain't unified for a level of war. You know, they may be able to fight, but to actually be, you know, an army of two or something, they over here plotting on each other still. You know, got one woman and 2 gang wars later. You know?
And it says, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Right, going with the elites. Rev 12 and 12, he knows he has a short time. Because, like you were saying, out of all these people, and let me say this too, the world is different outside of America. You'd be surprised, like, how people talk, think, and act. You know, people still understand prophetic things. But here in Babylon, he doesn't allow that message to be mainstream.
Yeah.
So this seems ancient. This is present.
Right.
This is futuristic. So he tries to say, no, that was in the past.
The Bible days.
Right.
Yeah.
No, life is Bible days.
Exactly.
But my point is, the elites understand the level of this. And a good movie that shows you that is Paycheck with Ben Affleck.
Right.
In the movie Paycheck, he was paid. Let me tell you like this. So in the movie, Esau found out that his reign was going to end in 3 ways. Matthew 24 and 7. War, pestilence, and famine. So he hired a guy to create a time machine, whatever, to do something. He created something so that they can control war, famine, and pestilence. But what he did was fulfill the prophecy. So he found out he's gonna
man.
go out through war. So he said, "Let's control it." So he set his own ass up.
Yo, man.
He said, "Wait, we're gonna go out through a famine. Quick, bomb the processing plants. We'll control it." That's how it's happening.
Oh man.
Surely his name is Yaquab.
You think we supplanters?
You know, that's what they try to use to say when it comes to prophecy. Because they say, okay, now what if somebody just took the Bible and then they started doing the things in the Bible to make it seem as if, you know what I'm saying? It's like weird shit, like.
But that's how it's being fulfilled.
Right.
That's how it's actually happening.
Yeah.
So you're being moved to do the will of the Lord. Anyway.
Anyway, you can't shake it.
The ways of a man, how can he know it?
Yeah, yep. How can you know it his own way?
You want to grab that?
Yep.
Lord put him in the quagmire.
Yeah.
You said what?
Yeah, quagmire. That's what a quagmire means. You're in a quagmire.
Oh, okay.
You're in a dilemma.
Oh, right.
You know? It's 24.
Proverbs 20 and 24.
Yeah, how can a man know? The Lord, you know?
Yep. Proverbs 20:24. Man's goings are of the Lord.
So he can't control that. Yeah, wait till they get it. Brother's got a precept.
Yep.
Yeah, let him get it.
And real quick too.
Good precept, brother.
Huh?
No, brother. Real quick, while they're getting it. Ezekiel, Shalom. Ezekiel 37:10. So I prophesied as he commanded me. Wait a minute. Prophesizing is a commandment? Right? Before you ask me where my fringes is, ask me if I prophesied. And the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. You know?
No. And it's heavy too because no one says it's gonna be a war in heaven, and Esau made a space force.
Exactly.
And now they're saying that it's more info coming out on UFOs,
Exactly.
chariots. So come on, man, who's controlling them? The Lord, but the Lord God's angels in them, to proceed with those plans.
Exactly.
To push prophecy.
I got this book. You got it, Ira, too. Right here, it's called Who is Esau?
I was about to mention that book too.
Now, when you go into, look, Esau hated by God. It says, perhaps the most unique and unusual attribute possessed by Esau Edom is his adverse relationship with the Most High. The scripts reveal that God never had any love for Esau as he did with Jacob, and in fact, God hates Esau.
Yes, he does.
God hates the white man.
The Most High. That's that. Ooh, you a bad person.
I'm gonna finish reading that book tonight. That's a good book.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good. Now there's in particular thing I want to get in here. They break it down like a movie. I think it's going into Amalek.
Well, I'll read quick.
Yeah, the water.
Now you bros got it, right? Proverbs 20:24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So just like the movie, he was saying paycheck, you thinking that I'm about to do this to stop everything, and long and behold, you just fulfill whatever, that prophecy. So everybody, so like even us, we're at the will of the Lord. Everybody, is at the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. We're just in the Lord's movie. The Lord is the ultimate director, you see. And where was he at before that?
You read Rev 11.
Yeah, Rev 11.
And then you
Daniel.
Yeah, finish Daniel with the toes.
Yep.
That's just like on the Terminator series, the Terminator movies. And no matter what they try to do, it still happens.
Yep.
Right? Even though they did it, still made the nuclear war happen.
Exactly.
They try to stop
Great
this.
point.
It still made it happen.
Yep.
Like, each point of them trying to go into futuristic thing
still happened.
made it stay. You just helped it going
Regardless. Because you can't stop prophecy. Actually, real quick.
Let me read this real quick.
Yep.
It says, the white people of America are now subject to their new Edomite masters.
Oh.
So if you're an American citizen, you're a slave to this system.
Yep.
That's why you got a social security number. That's why you got a birth certificate. Because that's your brand to your master.
Damn.
You got a New York state license.
Yep.
If you go to Louisiana, they'll pull your ass over and say, you better get a Louisiana state license. Right?
Yeah,
You can't be.
I think 30 days.
Yeah, you
or
can't be in
something
another state. You can't be in another state with an out-of-state license. They'll get your ass. It says, Edomite masters who created their money, allow them to buy and sell with it, but monitor how much they receive, W-2 forms, etc., and taxes them for the privilege of that use. The IRS is but a collection agency for the Edomite Federal Reserve banking system. That's what that said. I ain't say that. I just read it.
Fed.
Fed now.
Yep. Fed now.
You got it, though.
Damn. They
I'm looking for something else.
I had a precept.
That sounds crazy. That sounds like the elite saying they're fed up now.
Right.
Fed now.
Yeah.
Y'all did all this bullshit.
Yep.
Stop going to the hospital.
Right.
And shit.
Oh, well, it says while he's eating, you know, you got fed now while he was eating.
Yep.
You know,
Damn.
raining upon him. Oh.
My bad.
Yeah, no, you got it.
Quick precept. Isaiah 55
Okay, I
and
got
verse. Got it?
Yeah, this says, sorry, brother.
You good, bro.
It says, it should be understood that whatever characteristics, roles, going into the movie, we're talking about the movie. It says, whatever characteristics, roles, or attributes the Bible reveals about Esau, Jacob, or any other character, they are transmitted to their descendants.
Oh.
See? Esau is Edom, Jacob is Jacob.
Come on, man.
So you are your ancestors.
Damn.
Prepare slaughter.
Yep. They
It
gonna play that
said,
tab soon.
right. It says to their descendants, just like with the beaver, thus the roles, prophecies, attributes, and aptitudes of Esau and Jacob are personified in their descendants today. So as Esau was, as Esau is.
Call me out Shirala.
What do you say? I love y'all.
I think he said call me out Shirala.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
He said I love y'all. You got it.
Yep. Isaiah 55 and verse 8. Because like people right now, they think that there is no God. What's that? Isaiah Psalm 14 and 1. But yes, it is.
Oh, I got it. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
It says, from the foregoing chapter, we have one good clue as to who may occupy the character of Esau, Edom, that being the Jewish people.
Ah, man.
I ain't say that, YouTube. This did.
Yeah.
I hope they don't get us.
Y'all wrote that book.
Y'all wrote that. I hope they don't get us. We added it in way later.
Yeah.
I should have said Amalek, Slacky.
Just say the Ish people.
I'm sorry. I got excited.
The Ish.
It says the following material will help to verify this. If we know that one of God's actors, such as Esau, Edom, is to perform a certain act or possess a certain characteristic, then when we see someone doing the act or expressing the characteristic, we have identified the actor on the stage or in the world.
Oh, man.
The world's the stage.
Esau being exposed. I got one real quick.
It says no student of history or modern affairs can appreciate the significance of world events without the knowledge of who is Esau, Edom, and their connections to Judah.
Man, I got a quick precept.
They out in their ass.
What's that? Yep.
Oh, the sun coming out.
Yeah, no,
that's
we was in the dark.
This Jeremiah 49 and verse 10. Jeremiah 49 and verse 10.
We start at 9.
Sorry, 9. Gotcha.
You start at 7.
We start, yes, yeah, might as well. Jeremiah 49 and verse 7. It says, concerning Edom.
Who?
Concerning Edom, Idumea, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman?
He was teaming.
Them Germans.
Yep, the wise men. That's why you had Operation Paperclip,
Yeah.
where they separated the German scientists
Yeah, with the American
in
side.
the war, the Second World War. They divvied up the German scientists. Russia got half, and America got the other half. Operation Paperclip. That's how they were able to Oppenheimer.
Yep.
You know, Manhattan Project.
Yep.
You know, that's how they were come up with
The
the
destroyer
missiles.
of worlds.
Yeah, the destroyer of
as
worlds.
he says. Yep. It says, is counsel perished from the prudent? Is there wisdom advantage?
Right. Like, where's that spirit at? You know, where's that spirit? Because the Lord going to take it from him. Like we always use the example in the Avengers movie when Bruce Banner, the Hulk, wouldn't work no more.
Yeah.
That's what we're coming into. Like you ever feel like, all right, the spirit's left me, I'm gonna chill now.
Yeah.
You know, you can feel it. Like, son, we'll close camp. All right, done. We did what we had to do. So that's why we still teaching. The spirit's still on us. You know, but it's gonna come a point where Esau, that spirit gonna leave him. Satan gonna leave his ass.
Yep.
You know?
Oh, what do it say? Isaiah 47. It says, "Staying now with thy enchantments."
Exactly.
You see, because it's gonna come a time when Satan is gonna leave Esau,
Yep.
man. Because right now Satan is still dealing with you know, Esau. But soon Satan's gonna be like, I'm not working for you. I'm working for the one that you know that you know what I mean.
That sent me exactly.
The one that you don't believe in. You know.
Right. I made you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep.
Can't believe he got me.
Yep. Satan gonna turn on him.
Meddling kids.
And Satan be doing that to people. Like years ago, I did a lesson. There was this Edomite woman. She had a full-time job. She ended up leaving her job to practice like witchcraft.
Oh yeah.
She ended up bugging out, killing her whole family, burning her house down. They said nothing was left but like a mason jar with like a chicken foot and a spider, like some crazy shit. Because she went to that side. So it's like, you want to go to that side, I'm gonna leave you there. She went way left.
Way too deep.
Yep. Shit's scary.
Verse 8, it says, "Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the dead."
Why is Jeremiah talking about Esau, Edom while in Babylon captivity?
Right.
You understand history.
Right.
Why is he talking about Edom here?
Right, because Edom, they wasn't ruling during the time of Jeremiah. It was the Babylonians.
Right.
You see?
Right.
So why are you talking about Esau?
Now Esau had kings. You know, he had his own little providence. Remember Deuteronomy 2? He said, you know, you walk around them but leave them alone.
Yeah.
But they were in a ruling position like the Assyrians or the Babylonians. That's why his ass had to wait to the Greeks and jumped on Japhet's ass. Because remember, Japhet was the Greeks. So Esau crept in with that. You know, Rome, Romulus.
Yeah.
Rome was Japhet too.
Yep.
So he climbed. He's a fungus.
Oh,
Cut
man.
off a long disease, right?
Yes.
He didn't get it, an Edomite empire. He had to get it through the Greeks. He had to get it through the Romans. You know?
Yeah, he wasn't a superpower.
No, but he is now.
Yeah.
He is now.
And it says,
And that's because of his blessing.
Yeah.
Remember in Rev 13 it says he made fire to come down from heaven.
Yeah.
And men are afraid.
Yeah.
You know? Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
yeah, he made everybody put up that white flag.
Bro, Japan stopped their military. They just reinstated their Marine Corps. They quit. They jumped out. Ammon said, "No, I'm good." You know, which proves Japanese and Chinese people are two different people. Ammon and Moab. Moab's still with the shit. You know?
Hell yeah.
That's just like when you boxing, somebody hit you with that one good one, that right, and
Yeah.
you're just like,
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yep.
That body blow.
Remember that boxer? He stepped out the ring.
Yeah.
Was that Wilder?
Yeah.
He walked out.
Yeah, fight Deontay Wilder. Then got to the ring as soon as the bell rang. He said, "Nope." Back in Jeremiah 49 and verse 8.
Well, that's why it says, "How is the hammer of the earth broken asunder?" Because he's Debo. But hey, where we come from, bullies get bullied.
Right.
You know, so it's time for him to get bullied.
that's the spirit that Russia's named BRICS. That's that same BRICS that's gonna smash the toe of this country.
Well, Yahweh Shai is,
Yeah,
but
it
I know
is,
what you
but-
mean.
yeah.
I know what you mean. He's gonna get hit with a brick.
Brick.
Debo's gonna get hit with a
Right.
brick.
Exactly.
That's what you want to say.
Yep.
Debo's gonna get hit with a brick. It's a lesson. He said, "Ain't this the same brick Craig knocked your ass out with?"
And it says,
So I'm gonna make this point though. So he's gonna get hit by the bricks, and not only the bricks, but the beast, because you know the beast is prophesied to turn on the whore. So it's gonna be Amalek and Babylon left together, and everyone else is gonna be jumping her.
and Amalek is small as hell, man.
Leads to the flood.
Yep. Jeremiah 49 and verse 8, and it says, "Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the den, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him."
Right. When did the Lord do that? This is why people try to say Esau's done away with.
Right.
Because they read about this, so they're like, "Oh," but it don't say it happened yet. It's just prophesizing what's gonna happen. But when did it happen? Like a great example, it was prophesied that Babylon would fall in 70 years. But then you read how Cyrus took it over. So if they're prophesying about Esau's destruction, we're not reading it being fulfilled yet.
Right.
See, we can read about Belshazzar going down. We can read about Babylon falling to the Persians. It didn't just say he's gonna fall. Then it's like, well, damn, where'd it happen at? You know?
Yep.
You can read about these things.
And it says, verse 9, "If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes?"
Right? They're gonna leave a little bit left. But not Esau. Keep going.
If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough.
Yep.
Right, because what the John 10 say, it says that he come not but to steal, kill, and destroy. Verse 10 it says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places.
See, he's bare. So now we're aware of his playbook.
Right.
We're aware, and people are on it now too. Yep. People are they're like any minute now. So yeah, people are aware of that. Which that can precept with Joel 2, where it says, "I will pour out my spirit." You know, and they'll prophesy. People are they're seeing things happening. Yeah. You know? Look, end time headlines just popped up.
Oh, here we go. See? I never seen so many podcasts going in about, Esau's downfall when it comes to economics, politics, like shit's happening. Truthers,
And he's keeping people distracted being a moat.
Yep. NBA playoffs.
You saw that nigga Brittany Grimes? He said
that's a man, fuck that.
He said that
going back over.
No, he said that transmissions should be able to play in women's sports because your ass already in it, nigga.
Yeah. Somebody said, what if Mike Tyson decided to get into a fight a female? You know what I'm saying? Would you think that'd be unfair?
Well, and she said, yeah. They're crazy. But I got one for you. Some fucking bugged out Spanish. He ain't even he's Spanish. He got in MMA. He cracked the chick's skull.
Yeah, I see.
A black chick. He cracked her shit.
Yeah, I see that.
See like this with a ponytail. I mean, she looked up like she just woke up from an alarm clock.
But you know what's heavy though? The Lord got these females in a trick bag as well.
They're duped.
For real, man, because you say equality, but so I give y'all transformers to beat your ass, to be in y'all position as women. Now look at it.
Yeah, that's sick. You got a lot of women getting traumatized.
Man.
But then it's like, but you want to be a hoe. You know what I mean? You want to do this, but then now you scared because an 18-year-old man identifies a woman showering next to you. But you was just on OnlyFans.
And now they got all gender bathrooms now. So hey, you got what you asked for.
So hey, if the men's bathrooms occupied, brothers, you can use the other one.
Jeremiah 49 and verse 10. But I have made Esau bare.
Who made Esau bare?
But I, the Lord.
Thessalonians.
Oh yeah.
He said the spirit of the mouth.
Yep, I got you.
The Lord did that. So, spirit of his mouth.
I got you. Yep. 2 Thessalonians 2.
There's a lot of meat.
Wait. Yeah, right here. Yep.
But if you want to get the point.
Yep. 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord, Ray said wicked, whom the Lord shall consume the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Now that hasn't happened yet. He's been revealed, but destroyed with the brightness. Because we'll end it on Daniel. The toes, the stone. Yeah. But we can read these, then to go to that.
Right, exactly. Right, because right now, even though Esau's being made bare, Yahweh Shai still, he's not here yet.
Yeah, he's still in rulership though.
Yep.
You know?
It's Shalom, brother. Jeremiah 49 and verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places.
That's why shameful spewing's under glory.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, when it says I covered his secret places, people are aware of what is it called? Stonehenge, all that crap. Shalom, brother. Yep. They're aware of all that now.
Yeah. And that's heavy too because real quick, for a quick example, even like Ric Flair. He said, during the time of wrestling, he would take Xanax and shit like that. But you would never tell, you see, because now that he's telling you it, oh shit, you got Ric Flair, this world-renowned wrestler. He's always on the level. He's always, uppity. But not knowing, he was fighting depression, anxiety. Yeah. He had some bad anxiety, he said, but he took his Xanax, but you would never know. Just like with Esau, you got, you got all this, you got America, you got everything, but you would never know. The fuckery, excuse my language, that he committed to get to this point.
Yep.
You see?
Well, it's like with a lot of the byproducts of being famous and rich, what you have to do is you have to kind of lessen your time with your family. Mm-hmm. You got a cutthroat. A lot of even the rich elite people say, yeah, they frugal with money.
Yeah,
They don't give money away. Like they're real, like selfish.
Yeah.
They're self-willed people.
It tells you in this the New Order book that if you want to be in the Illuminati, you gotta be willing to kill someone.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to make it, you
Yeah.
gotta kill. You know, but the Lord just say, hey, you gotta just, you know, you gotta give your life over to me. I ain't telling you go kill nobody.
Right.
Man, crazy. The mercies of the wicked is cruel.
Yeah.
But it tells you not to admire or to
Envy.
because you don't know how they got that shit.
Right.
Exactly.
Back in Jeremiah 49 verse 10, and it says, and he shall not be able to hide himself. Right, man, the spotlight is on you. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not.
Yeah, read that again.
Yep. His seed is spoiled.
His seed is taken.
And his brethren.
Yep.
And his neighbors.
Yep.
And he is not.
And he's come to naught. You know? That's what's ultimately coming to Esau. He's about to come to naught. And then, where were you? We didn't finish the King of Kings, which is fine because the Spirit got us focused on Esau. So we'll end it with Daniel then.
Daniel 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll end it with that.
This is the book of Daniel. Excuse me. Daniel chapter 2 and verse 43 to 44. It says, and in those days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
That's your kingdom. Y'all watching, y'all brothers, y'all sisters, you Israelites, that's your kingdom. You got a kingdom coming.
Our heaven.
You know? That's why Esau be getting Jake. And that's why a lot of Jakes, they'll get out of the industry when they find out what's for them. They're like, man, he got me. Remember she said, he want to make me eat pork and swine.
Yep.
He want to put a chip in me.
Yep.
You know, Emil?
Yeah.
That shit was tough.
It's a fire song.
She knew she was an Israelite. She knew, she had to talk to some brothers. She broke it down. When I did a lesson on her lyrics, and damn near everything she said, I had a precept for.
Yep.
She broke it down. She said, he want to put a chip in me.
And that was in like 2000, 2, 1?
Right, and she was with Jay-Z's wicked ass. With, I think they say Jay-Z's dead or something.
Right.
Right. So
But-
you don't know.
Like it. But Mill, I think she was gonna be Beyonce. You know what I mean? If she was,
She was on her way.
yeah.
Oh,
but,
see?
But Beyonce,
See?
you know, and look at Beyonce. That bitch,
She's zonked out too.
She a real demon in the flesh, man.
She's like Tina Turner after Ike beat her.
Oh, man.
Remember she was doing the eyeliner? We're not trying, we don't try to make light of it. But that's the life you live on that side. You know?
That's what you get.
That's what you
Play
get.
on fire, you get burned.
It says, have no
Pity.
right. That's a good one. It says have no dealings with the fruit of the darkness. It says rather reprove them. You know? Yo, and it says it's a shame for us to speak what they do in the dark.
Man.
You know?
Cause why? Cause it's in the dark. You can't bring that shit out.
Nah.
These kids here, you know.
For real.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Sick. America is sick. Babylon is disgusting. This place is a disgusting, decrepit. It's decrepit. It's decrepit and it's disgusting. You people eat off this shit.
Third world country, man.
This is a third world country in the spirit.
Like if you ever go to New York City and you go at night,
Oh man.
it's a totally different look when the lights fucking go off. Oh come on. Night and day versus because it's like, oh, it's pretty, the lights. And then daytime, you look, it's rats,
But that's like Monroe.
trash.
Yeah.
You go on Monroe, you know what I mean?
East Avenue.
Yeah, East Avenue. It's just the same way.
It's dirty.
There's a dark spirit when it gets dark in Babylon.
Yeah, man.
Nighttime, there's a covering.
Yeah, what they call them, beer goggles.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they say freaks come out at night, but there's a spirit with that because when you read in the time of Lot, remember at nighttime is when they came out wanting to do all that stuff, and then in the land of Benjamin they did that too. The same thing.
That's a heavy spirit, yeah. Because even in the world, you know that going out, it ain't like even a movie. People don't go watch movies during the day. You know, they run them, but it's more exciting at night for some reason.
Let me read this precept, the water. Simeon tribe warrior, 1 Timothy 6:9. But they that will be rich fall into temptations and a snare and into many foolish and hurtful lusts. Ugh. It says, which drown men in destruction and perdition.
Yep.
Damn, hurtful lust? That sounds sick.
Yeah, it's a lot of Israelites that have demoralized themselves just to get that dollar. Yeah, that bag. That chicken, as they call it.
Look at Chris Brown.
Oh man.
He's doing, all types of drugs.
They all
That's
are.
what they did.
Yep.
That's why he got all them tats. I remember in the world I watched a video, they said that who got something done to them when they get all them tattoos, because that's their form of masculinity.
Yeah.
Their last form. Really, they're like trying to cover up their body.
They hide, but they hide behind that shit.
Yeah.
You know, being tatted up. I'm tatted up. You see. Lil Wayne, I'm tatted up.
Yeah.
I'm a Pyru blood. Nah, man, you sick. Back in Daniel 2 and verse 44.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, man. Hey, brothers, learn to laugh at Babylon. Because if you don't laugh, you might cry.
Babylon is Grand Theft Auto in real life. That's what Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
You just gotta learn to laugh at this place, man.
It's a circus.
You gotta learn to laugh.
It says, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Woo. Right, man? We're gonna be immortal. We're not gonna fall. We're not gonna sin. We're gonna be on top forever, like for all eternity, man. We're not forever and ever.
That's you just gotta, sometimes I get a little silly, Salakia, but because you deal with so much shit here. Yeah. So it's like sometimes you just learn, you laugh it off, and keep it pushing. Mm-hmm. Because read that again. That's what's coming. Yep. Ultimately, like right now, man. Like, hey, we're at it's an hourglass effect. When you flip the hourglass over, sand's dropping no matter what's going on. No matter how bad your day is, no matter what's happened, kingdom's still on its way.
Yep.
And
it says, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Yeah, the King of Kings is coming.
That's right.
And he's going to destroy all these kings that are standing right now. Mm-hmm. All these kings that are ready and able for war.
Oh, man. Verse 45. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, and the silver.
See, and that stone, when it breaks it, it's going to what? It's going to be the chief cornerstone to be the foundation for Israel to build off.
Yep.
And that's Yahushai's rulership. So we need Yahushai.
I think one of the last things he's going to do is destroy death too.
Yeah.
The scripture I read, it says that's one of the last main things he's going to do is throw death
in the
lake of fire.
That's for us.
Yeah, for his
that's here. Because after this place goes and the elect get delivered up, Israel will die no more. Right. We'll die no more because we'll be under the new covenant. Which way it was supposed to be in the beginning.
Exactly. We weren't supposed to die.
It says, ye are gods, but you shall die like men. Yeah. Like Adam, he didn't sweat until he got cursed. Yeah. Sweat of thy brow. We ain't going to sweat in the kingdom. We're going to make the heathens sweat. What's up, brother? The heathen's going to be sweating.
And it says, verse 45, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great power hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure.
Boom. It's a sure word. The word is pure. So we're in the time of prophesizing and waiting for prophecy to be fulfilled. So woe to you that lose patience. Blessed is that servant when he come and find so doing.
Perseverance, man. Keep pushing.
Good, right?
Yep.
So Lord's will, you brothers and few sisters were edified and exhorted in the spirit as we were. And we want to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakudash. Double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone that do well. Peace, safety, and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, Shalom.
Shalom.
ETA.